FOC.
What's going on, everybody? Good morning, afternoon, depending on where you are. Thanks for being here for the Final Order Cutoff show. It is Sunday. I am still tired from spine ticks last night. Let's shout out everybody who's hanging out here in the chat. We got Copy 801 here, Wesley's Comic Collection, Travel and Root Beer popping in for a little bit. Comic Dude, what's going on? We got Comic-Con, Dream of August Comics, and Sith Lordly somehow is awake. Although I don't know what language he's speaking there. So shout out to all of you. Of course, as always, if you want to hop on, I'm dropping the link now. But we'll go ahead and get started and talk about the Final Order Cutoff books this week. So as always, Final Order Cutoff is the last chance for your store, whether that be your LCS, your online retailer, to put in their orders with either Diamond or Lunar. Soon to be, I guess, not necessarily Diamond, but maybe whoever it was, Penguin, I think. And for everybody outside of DC, that time is Monday, March 29th. For DC, that'll be today, the 28th. What's up, Bricks? Welcome in. Sith is alive. I don't know if Sith puts something in the chat, I don't know if I want to Google it. All right, we'll go ahead and get started here. What I'm going to do is actually just use the previews website for everything, because finally the DC comics are synced up with Lunar's website, so we'll just be 100% on this website just to show you. But if you do use previews Poolbox, you cannot access the DC comics from here. So if you hit order on here, that would not work, because your shop cannot order the books through here. So looks like Johnny's joining us. What's going on?
What's up?
How are you doing?
I'm pretty good. Last night was pretty packed with live streams, so I'm recovering.
Yeah. How do you feel about the parody last night?
Oh, it was great. I got messages from Aegis saying like, "Hey, don't unsub to us. Don't remove your books from your pool box." And I was great. It was great. I feel like they do parodies like in a respectful way. Like, it's funny. They don't like cross the line and get personal, but it's funny. It's exactly how it is, right? I'm more like animated and more like upfront, and Jay's kind of like, like chill and everything like that. So it was accurate.
It was like the first couple shows, or when you were on other streams, your microphone volume was always like that extra level up, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so like he did that perfect. Just like,
yeah,
you weren't even ever yelling into the microphone, but for him to get the same effect.
Yeah, I got you.
That was great. Now I really want to Google what Sith wrote in the chat, but I also don't. What's going on, MacB? I think someone else, Real Rude 6 is in the chat. What's going on? Hey, that's why I had the camera off. Nobody knew I was asleep.
Did you really fall asleep? I mean, I crashed.
I'm pretty sure I did. I looked back at like what had happened. I was like, yeah, I wasn't awake for any of this.
Mm.
I was getting tired when Azar S. Tiger was starting his presentation.
Mm-hmm. Nice.
And that was way early. I'm never tired at that point. But what's up, T. Ravis? All right, so let's bring this back up. So we've got, first up, we'll start with Image Comics. So we got Haha number 4 happening here. So still so far they're saying it's 6 issues, which I think Ice Cream Man started out the same way. They were just going to do 6, and then it turned into ongoing. But I don't know how many clown stories you can tell.
I'm not into clowns. I'm like deathly afraid of clowns. I don't mess with clowns. However, since it's limited to 6, if they do a trade paperback, I'll be there.
It's good. It's not like I haven't seen like scary clowns, right? It's always like I don't know. I feel like there's always this little bit of a sad side to the story, which I guess that kind of fits the whole clown thing. But it's been good. It's been a good read. Here's the cover B for that. But this one almost looks like we're gonna have like a Ronald McDonald kind of character in this issue. So we've had a circus clown. We've had a mime in the last one. What was the one before? She was kind of circus clown too, maybe. Yeah, Real Route 6 hit it right there. They've been good, but they're sad. We got Monstrous number 33. I didn't get on Monstrous early on, but I've heard that this has been really good. I think issue 1 for this has gotten up in price too.
I just picked up the first trade paperback. I didn't even realize that this series was that ongoing, that it's already at issue 33. I just picked up the first trade. I'm really into trades, man. I want to start collecting trades. I might put singles on the back burner. I'm loving trades. So I picked up the first trade. The artwork looks amazing. I can't wait to get into it.
Absolutely. Shout out to Aegis Tiger who's here. He hung out with us way late last night. He never hangs out that late, and he was awake the whole time. So shout out to him. What's up, Joker? What's going on?
Hey, Joker.
Man, people are actually awake right now. We got Moonshine 24, another one that I didn't get on early on.
Nope, me either.
But it's been plugging along, and I don't know. I've heard good things about that one too. Nomen Omen is on issue 14 of 15. I did read this for a while. I stopped not because it was bad, but just because I was reading so many things, and I got behind on reading this one. So I'll probably go back and pick up trades for this one when it finishes. And then there's cover B art for that. Now this one, I know Aegis Tiger was happy about this one coming back. Old Guard, and we're getting an anthology event. So we've got and this cover here is kind of reminiscent of the original covers for Old Guard. But we've got a lot of different writers and artists involved with this project. So we got Greg Rucka, Vida Ayala, Brian Michael Bendis, Kelly Sue DeConnick, Matt Fraction, David Walker, like just a whole crew of different writers on this one. I think I saw somebody else hop into the chat. Professor Comics, what's going on? Have you read any of the Old Guard, whether it be trade or regular issue?
Was that posed to me?
Yeah.
No, I've never even heard of it. This is why one of the reasons I wanted to jump on. I usually watch it myself, but I wanted to be included in the conversation this time. Never heard of it, but if there's a trade and it's good, I'll pick it up. Usually if I open it up and I like the artwork and I've heard sprinkles of good news about it, I'll give it a shot. I usually pick them up for about $10. I know that In Stock Trades and a few other places have them for cheaper. I think I picked up the Oblivion Song one for like $5, which is a steal.
Nice.
So
nice. Aegis Tiger is talking about, because they did a movie for the Old Guard on Netflix, so they're working on a second movie for it already, which is pretty cool.
Nice.
Who was it? It was I'm blanking on the actress's name that was in it. She's in a lot of things recently, a lot of action movies. But they've got 3 covers for this one. There weren't any ratio variants that I could see in previews. This was a pretty cool cover too, the Battlefield variant.
I like it.
Yeah, like their whole thing actually, kind of Berserker kind of had a similar vibe to it actually from this. They're essentially like these immortal people. They tend to fight a lot, but they're not in the Berserker mode where they have to fight, right? So it's just they been around for years and years. We got Post Americana number 5 of 6. So this one's getting close to wrapping up. I didn't pick this one up because I was reading too many like post-apocalyptic kind of things, and this was another one. But I've heard people say it's been pretty solid. I don't know what's going on here with this cover, though.
I have no idea. I have not read it either. I've heard pretty decent things about it. So you're gonna hear this a lot probably. I might pick it up in a trade if there's a trade.
Charlize Theron, that's who it was. Thank you.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, she played the main role in that movie.
I'll check it out.
And shout out to Hyper. What's going on? I slept like super late this morning. Like I was hopping on here right before it started. We got, of course, Radiant Black. This has been pretty cool. I think you picked this one up, right? Number 1?
Yeah, I have number 1 and number 2. I just got number 2 from my pull box from Aegis. Yep.
Nice. Yeah, so there's a second print for number 2. I mean, because the possibilities with this show, if you're speculating, or not show, this book, but if you're speculating on it, because it's a pretty solid read. I'm sure that they could do some cool things with this, with a movie or show or something down the line, years down the line. But that would be the only reason I'd say I'd pick this up. Otherwise, there's not a whole lot going on this cover, but it's pretty solid read. And then we get issue number 3 happening here, and so we got the main character versus the red version of him on this cover. I don't know. How have you thought about it?
Oh yeah, I like it. Definitely. I'm caught up, so I'm hoping issue 3 keeps going. So
I really don't know how I feel about this cover though.
Is that a legit cover?
That is the cover.
Oh, I thought you had an issue with your computer. You pulled up like a personal file or something like that. No, I'm not feeling it.
Yeah, at all. It looks like a Mac. We got a folder here, Radiant Black number 3. We got the author and artist, and I guess somebody else doing some art in there. Mm-hmm. And then it's his novel that he's working on. And are you sure you actually want to attempt to write this novel? Do you think you can do this?
It's too plain, and white covers are notoriously beat up. And with the way that shipments have been, at least at my local comic shop, that thing's gonna have smudges all over it first day. So
yeah, Azra's Tiger saying, watch the movie for Old Guard. You won't be disappointed.
Yeah, I'm gonna check it out now that you mentioned it.
But this cover right here,
I dig it.
This one's fire. Mm-hmm. This is the 1 in 25 Goni Montez. So this is the one I think, maybe skip the cover B, go for the 1 in 25 if you want to pick up a ratio variant. That's an awesome cover. They've been doing good things with the ratios on this.
Somebody said that cover sucks. What did it say? Let's see.
Yeah. I thought they didn't have the art yet. I thought it was a hidden cover. No, I think that's actually legitimately the cover. Which it's an interesting concept. It matches what's happening in the story, but I'm just not feeling it.
Not at all.
But this story's been solid, excellent. I've loved it. You and Jay did an interview with Trish, right?
Yeah, we're doing it tomorrow, and it's going to air on the 12th of April.
Okay, nice.
Yep.
So what's that? That's the 29th. On Thursday, I'll be having Tony and Trish on for a live show Thursday evening at 7 p.m. Eastern.
That's Eastern. Now, awesome. Yeah, I've had communication with her via IG. She seems like a sweetheart. She's totally down. She was immediately all about coming on, and yeah, I can't wait. It's gonna be exciting.
Yeah, I messaged Tony, I think, originally, and he doesn't check IG that much. but then as soon as he saw it, he was like, oh yeah, let's do something. And then like we were emailing. Trish was super like, yeah, I want to talk about Stray Dogs, which is it's always awesome when the creators are out there and want to like go on shows, talk about their book, and are excited about sharing the love of their book.
I agree. Ramon Perez's Artist Spotlight is going to air tomorrow morning at 8 a.m. and he was a great interview.
Nice. And he's the which book was he again?
The main book that he is on now is Stillwater.
Yeah.
He has been an artist for X-Men, Nova, and other properties as well. So
appreciate you, Hyper. Yeah, because and that's the best thing about all these interviews. We're gonna ask different questions, right? Mm-hmm. So we have different things.
Love that cover. Love that cover.
Absolutely. Like this is just phenomenal. Mm-hmm. All of the homage covers that they've done are just fantastic. I even went and got like I don't think it was them that did the art, but there was one that was oh shoot, what was it? It was it Blair Witch Project, I think.
I haven't seen that one yet. Jay Ramirez told me about the cover, but that's one that I haven't seen yet. I don't know if you have it readily available, but
I don't.
The Silence of the Lambs one is great. I really like that one a lot. Pet Sematary one is badass too.
Yeah. So I'm this whole series, I'm just like, let's just keep this going.
When I try to explain that series to non-comic readers, they give me a look like,
yeah, Secret Life of Pets meets Silence of the Lambs. Like, wait, what? Hold on. The way that issue ended.
The first one or the second one? Second one.
This is Annabelle.
Yep, Annabelle.
Yeah. The way that issue 2 ended, that was great. So we know stuff's gonna keep moving. I don't want to spoil anything, but I think something's gonna happen that the dogs are all gonna realize what's going on soon. And then this was a great read too. Ultra Mega. It's a little bit more costly because it's a giant-sized book. It's 60 pages for the debut issue. So this is the second print version of it, and this is just killer art right there. Mm-hmm. There is then a black and white version that's a 1:5 ratio.
Oh, nice.
So I might try to get both of those just because I'm loving this series. We've got these 3 guys that are the protectors of the world from the kaiju, which it's like you essentially have a disease, a virus that's causing people to turn into kaiju. And only these 3 guys have these powers that allow them to turn into giant kaiju fighters. But
that's an ongoing, right? That's going to keep going, or is that a one shot?
No, it's. I don't know if it's a limited or if it's ongoing because I don't see out of number. But we have issue 2 here,
dude. If they come out with a trade, the first trade is just going to be a reprint of the first one,
issue 1 and 2.
Yeah,
but yeah, they're ultra mega sized issues, which I think that's cool that they've not only made the story about ultra mega sized things, but the book is that size too.
That's a killer price for a 60-page book.
Yeah. If you're getting your money's worth with it, like
definitely.
And even I think even when I got like the ratio covers for it, like I was paying about ratio, which is kind of funny, or a little bit more because 1:5 would have been $5, but you weren't paying too much crazy higher than you'd think for what you're getting. So we got the shady raccoon guy in here. Oh. Shadow Rabbit, what's going on? But yeah, so this one we got issue 2 here. We got a new hero emerging. And then we've got just the cover art is fantastic. The art on the inside's fantastic. I just love what they've done with this.
So I'm not familiar with the series. Is the main character that's on all of these covers like gigantic, like a Power Ranger type of mech, or what?
So there's 3 guys that have these powers that they can turn into those giant size people, and they then can fight off the kaiju, which are giant sized. So like they grow and look like a hero kind of thing like this, and the kaiju are just they look like monsters.
Nice, just in time for Kong versus Godzilla coming up soon.
There's a lot of kaiju stuff happening.
Mm-hmm.
Shout out to Flicks and Comics. What's going on? And then we've got The Walking Dead Deluxe is on to issue number 13. So that's moving pretty quick. I feel like that just started, but we got to be at a year, right? I feel like it's only coming out monthly. So
I fell off Walking Dead a long time ago. Did you catch up with Walking Dead? Like, are you a big Walking Dead fan?
I haven't watched because I think there was I was watching the series up till like the last episode didn't happen or something for last season, right?
Mm-hmm.
I haven't watched since then. But the comic I think I read the first compendium.
Yeah.
Which there's a bunch of issues in a compendium, but I haven't finished that series. Now it's coming out in color. I'm like, do I continue with the black and white, or do I get the color when they start collecting those issues? I don't know. There's so many good things out there to read, though. It's
exactly. You can't read it all.
Pushed. Yeah. This one's a new series from Dark Horse. We got Kojakaru. I don't know. The Skinner, which is from Mike Mignola and Christopher Golden. It's a 12-issue series. I guess the question came up yesterday with another Mike Mignola series was, is this part of the Hellboy universe, right? But I don't see anything necessarily saying that. They're telling the story of Kojakuru the Skinner, once a small girl named Krina who befriended a witch hunting golem.
It's certainly possible from the subject matter, but what led people to believe that this was tied to Hellboy?
Just the author.
Oh, okay.
I guess this says Tales from the Outerverse. So I don't know if the Outerverse is part of Hellboy or not. But I mean,
up real quick.
This is pretty cool, right? Like, yeah, cool.
Yeah, the art's cool.
In here, bloodied French town in the throes of World War II. Desperate band of resistance soldiers and their white witch allies rest their fate in the hands of Kojakuru's ghost. And then we've got like what looks like will be a connecting cover here, considering we're missing half the bat.
It could be a wraparound, maybe?
I would wrap the other side, I think.
Oh, I guess it would be the other side, you're right.
Yeah, so I think this is going to be maybe at least two issue, maybe more, for the connecting cover, which is kind of cool. Cool concept. And then we've got Crimson Flower, number 4 of 4. This is by Matt Kent and Matt Lesniewski. I'm going to butcher this. Matt Lesniewski.
I think you did a good job. By the way, I don't see anything to indicate that the Outerverse is connected to Hellboy, but okay. I just looked at 2 articles and I didn't see anything.
Yeah, so another Matt Kent's got like 20 books out right now.
Yeah, it is.
We got Crimson Flower, we've got Fear Case, we've got Berserker. I feel like I'm missing something.
I feel like him and Tinian just have so many books out.
Yeah. Yeah, and then within Bad Idea, he also then has, I think, Whalesville's coming out, which is a one-shot, though.
Nice.
Honestly, I feel like for all of these, I've enjoyed the cover B. They always have a different artist on it, but it's been really cool art. And then speaking of the other Mike Mignola book, Lady Baltimore, Witch Queens, number 2 of 5, which Sith is on this series. He was enjoying it. We got Witch Queen Yelena. It's been called the Hexen Corpse down on the Baltimore estate. So we're learning more about Lord Baltimore. So I did not pick this one up, but this is something I think that a lot of Mike Mignola fans are going to be enjoying. Especially, he's popping out more books now, so that's kind of cool.
So I noticed a lot of these are Virgin covers. Is this just the default covers that Dark Horse likes to put out? They like to put out a lot of Virgin covers, or
I think some of that's just this isn't probably the completed artwork.
Got it.
Like this will probably have a trade dress on it, nice. And same with this one. Usually, I don't know of any cover A's that end up being Virgin covers, because they want to be able to share what the book title is. But sometimes when they put the art on here, it's just the art itself and not the trade dress. This one, I think some people were talking about last week when it came out. We got a kind of not ninja, but some sort of like fighting style thing going on here. I guess the Two Trees Bearing Heaven fighting style. James Stocco. I heard people were hyped up about issue number 1 on this. This is pretty cool art too. So definitely something to check out. Check out issue 1. It came out last week first, and then you've got till tomorrow to decide if you want to keep on reading it.
It has an Attack on Titan vibe to it. Yeah,
I get that. Yeah. For a second, I thought he had like a swirly thing in the middle of his head, like we got Null. It's not. All right. So moving on from Dark Horse now, we got IDW. We got Godzilla, Monsters, and Protectors number 1. So we're just talking about kaiju.
Yeah.
This looks like maybe a young reader's version of Godzilla.
Dude, those kids look way too happy to be, you know what I mean? He looks all like, oh, look, he's going to eat them. And they're like, yeah. And it's like, dude, Godzilla's about to eat you.
Yeah, T. Ravis liked, I think he's talking about Orphan and 5 Beasts. So.
Nice. I'll have to check it out. I'm actually going to, I ordered a mystery box from T. Ravis. My first mystery box. I always said I would never get a mystery box. And I heard good things about T. Ravis's mystery boxes. So I'm going to be recording a video after this that'll go up next Wednesday on the channel. So I'll be reviewing his mystery box.
Yeah,
that looks good.
Boxes are great.
That looks good. I love black and white covers. I always equate black and white covers and black and white art to acoustic guitar. It has like an acoustic guitar vibe to it. It's a whole different feel than an electric, But I dig that. I would actually grab that. I'm not going to grab the Godzilla books, but if I did, that'd be the one I would grab for the old school feel.
Yeah, and this is actually an image from the movie from 1954.
Nice, I thought so.
That's pretty cool. I would definitely go for that one probably if I was picking this up. And speaking of, we were just talking about Tony Fleeks a second ago. He's the artist and cover artist for My Little Pony: Friendship is Magic.
So get this. In doing my research of Trish, she actually helped draw a My Little Pony and Transformers crossover.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so the two of them have been very involved with the My Little Pony comics for a while. So it's interesting that then, if you think about it, the art style that's in that, you transfer that over to what we see the art in Stray Dogs. It's got that same vibe, right?
I would love to see that crossover.
Stray Dogs in My Little Pony.
Yeah.
Oh no. That'd get a little wild. We got also from IDW, Sleeping Beauties number 6 of 10. I don't know too much about this, but it's from Stephen King and Owen King. So I guess that was probably from one of their stories.
Yeah, I don't know anything about it, but I gotta say I like the art on that though. Yeah, the art and the
Cover
The
art.
trade dress on that. Yeah, I like the font that they're using on that.
Mm-hmm. All pretty solid covers.
That gives me Red Mother vibes.
Yeah, I can see that. And then we've got, of course, we got the Turtles. So number 116. Moving on here. I know Sith was wanting the Eastman cover. We still don't have art for that. His art, I feel like, doesn't pop up till a couple days before New Comic Book Day. So we don't get to see that yet. But I'm going to go here so we can show you the, I think it's 1 in 10 art for this one. Yeah, 1 in 10. We got Junie Ba on the cover here. That's a pretty cool cover.
I like it. Dude, I got to say, that blank cover where it says image coming soon or whatever it says is a better cover than that Radiant Black cover.
So one day someone just needs to make that the cover art just to mess with people. Like, man, the image still isn't coming. When are we going to get it? And then that's just what's on the cover. It would be hilarious. We got Transformers number 29. We got War World. I'm not a Transformers comic reader, so not my thing. But I know a lot of people are Transformers comics fans, so we got a lot of Transformers actually. Issue number 29 here, and Transformers Escape number 3 of 5 right here.
I don't read them myself. I mean, I read them to my kids, though. They love Transformers, so I get them just for them. But I'm not, I was into Transformers when I was a kid. If I did buy any Transformers books, it would be, the older ones when I was a kid. But I buy these for my kids, all the IDW ones. So
nice. And then after that, we've got Usagi Yojimbo number 19.
There's so many good things about this series.
And I'm going to assume that there's a ratio. No cover art, though. 1 in 10. Okay, interesting. Freddie Williams II is, I believe, the artist on The Bequest. I believe that's what he's the artist on. So we'll talk about The Bequest a little bit later, actually. So something to keep an eye out for his art, and then you see it, what style might pop up for Usagi Yojimbo. All right, so we're going to talk about DC Comics here, but again, if you have the pool box, the Previews World pool box with your shop, if you hit order on here, you're not going to be able to order it through here. You got to tell your shop separately what DC books that you want. I'll briefly talk about that again. I talked about last week with Aegis Comics of Alaska. That's who I have this set up for right now. And so if you were going through and you saw something that you wanted to add to if you were wanting to continue a series, you'd hit that subscribe button. If you were just wanting to order issue number, whatever issue you're seeing in front of you, then you just hit that order button. And what would happen is it would pop up, show you the variants that are available. And so if you just wanted issue 1, you just hit order there. And then it would order it through them, and they'll confirm that order. But so that's just a reminder of how to use the pool box service. If you wanted to set up a pool box with Aegis Comics of Alaska, message them on Instagram or send them an email. He dropped the email last time. I don't remember what the email is. I want to say it's like admin@aegiscomicsalaska.com or something like that. But probably best bet for right now would be to shoot him a message on Instagram.
I switched my pull box to them. I still go to my LCS to pick up issues on New Comic Day, but they were, as you know, you helped me get a Wolverine number 3, White, Black, and Blood. They kept shorting me books, or they kept adding books to my pool that I got rid of weeks and weeks, even like a month ago. So Aegis has been good, and their customer service is top notch. I'm not just saying that. Like, if they mess something up or they forget something, they'll help you out as soon as possible. I can't recommend Aegis Comics of Alaska, they're not like some LCSs that, don't take responsibility if they screw up. They own up to it. If anything does happen, their shipping's fast. I've never had damaged books at all. I just got my lot of all my Berserkers that I ordered from them. They're great. I got nothing but good things to say about them. So
yeah, I just got my Berserkers in too. Super good packaging. Super quick once it left Alaska. I think it's 3 days at most.
Yeah, think about how much I trust them. I'm paying extra shipping costs to get the books.
Mm-hmm.
I'm waiting longer, obviously, right? Because I'm not going to get it the day of release, right? Because they have to ship it and all that. And it just goes to show that I'm willing to do all that to get the books because, I support them. So yeah.
Yeah. If I guess while we're talking, well, do I have this up here? Let's Oh, here it is. Let me go back to this. So if you're buying anything from their website, you can use this code Sparks15, save 15% on comics at Aegis Comics of Alaska. I don't think that will work with like the pool service, but it will if you're buying anything off the website.
Now, is that a one-time use code? Like if I log into my account and use it, will they block me off from using it again?
That's a question for Lou. I don't believe so, though.
Okay.
So something to there for you guys, especially those of you that want to, go and set up a pool list with them. They're great people. They're helping the community. They gave out the 1 in 1,000 ratio of Berserker, which is insane. It's awesome. But they also, they did a giveaway last night for Spine Ticks. They're doing a giveaway for me as well, which happens to be the same thing they did on Spine Ticks last night. Let's see if I can get this. There we go. So we're doing kind of Lou said, I want to do a road to 500 subscribers for you. Once you hit 500 subscribers, we're going to give this away. So we're doing a thing on Instagram. If you go to the post on my page, like it, make sure you're subscribed and following Aegis Comics of Alaska and myself, and then go ahead and tag 3 people in the comment section. You are entered to win this. If you share the giveaway, you get a second entry in to win these. So please show some support to Aegis. They're doing great things right now.
Yeah, I agree.
But yeah, so circling back to, of course, DC Comics. If you were wanting to order them, you'd be just telling them, "Hey, I want this book." There's no way to really do it through here because they can't order the books through Diamond. And shout out to Firehawk 2069 who's here, and MacBee's back, and what's going on, Astro Wizard. So we've got what do we got here from DC? We've got, looking kind of at the single issues here, we got Batman versus Ra's al Ghul number 6 of 6. I don't even realize that there was a 1 through 5 on this one. Neil Adams, though, writing and doing the art. So that's kind of cool. Catwoman number 30, but this is the Catwoman cover you want, right?
Yeah, that cover's great. I know nothing about what's inside that book, and just off the cover art alone, I would pick that up. That would look amazing in a slab, dude.
Oh God, I do not have a MyPillow. Nice. Man.
Yeah, that's killer art, man. I like it a lot.
Yeah, no, Jenny Frison, she's done some killer Catwoman covers. I would be picking them up if I was reading Catwoman, but I can't go down that rabbit hole as much as I want that cover.
I'm gonna see if I can find that cover. I'll pick that cover up.
There was another one that I had in my hands. I was like, should I do this? And I was like, no, I'm buying all these other books to read, and this is just gonna, I like the art, but then I'm gonna put it into a short box. and then I'm never going to see the art. So I convinced myself out of it, unfortunately. We got Flash number 769 here.
Wow, 769.
Yeah, legacy
Man.
numbering. Look at this. Honestly, I probably should have Lunar up because that would tell us the description. We don't get descriptions over here on the previews website, but
That's so funny.
Flash does not look too happy about this.
Dude, I find it that cover makes me laugh so much because it's like, dude, you can easily escape her embrace, and you're just like, instead you're like that smushy face instead of just being like, nah, I'm not about this, and you could just, you know, zip off, you know.
Yeah. Oh man. Oh yeah, that's a pretty funny cover. I kind of like that. We got Justice League number 60 with looks like we got Superman and are we calling him Shazam now? Is that what's happening?
It sounds like Snoop Dogg made up that name.
Shazam, man.
Yeah, dude.
I don't know, but they're about to have a go at it. So we got the new Justice League team. Also, though, we got a backup story of the Justice League Dark, which they had in issue 59 as well.
Shout out to Hellblazer. I love Hellblazer.
Hellblazer?
Yep. Constantine, basically.
Oh, I thought you were talking about somebody in the chat.
No, my bad. No.
I was like, I'm looking through. I'm like, I don't see anybody with the name of Hellblazer.
Justice League Dark, yeah, sorry. He's in Justice League Dark. That's a sick cover, dude.
Damn. I don't know if this is the current team though, because I thought it wasn't Naomi on the cover last issue.
I am not certain, but that is a sick cover. See, that's another cover. I would just buy that off the cover. I'd still try to read it, but I'm saying like,
no, I mean that's a great cover. It's Kale New.
Is that like some sort of ratio, or that's just cover B?
It's cover B.
All right, nice.
So it's the card stock cover, so it's $1 more than the regular.
Not bad.
Then we got a Justice League New 52 omnibus. We got Nightwing doing some Nightwing things. I wonder if there's going to be a connecting cover here. So does that look like Batgirl's hand?
I'm not certain,
Maybe?
But I'm not feeling the cover that much. It's too pink, and I'm not opposed to pink, but I just don't think it looks well. How about yourself?
I like the kind of the interesting things in the background. If you like looking really close, hats on ice, shark fin, who is heartless, gods among us. So I think that's kind of cool. I haven't really seen too many pink covers, so I mean, I kind of like it for that regard. You know, it's unique.
I have to see what it looks like in person. I have to see what it looks like in person. That looks badass. That almost sort of looks like he's like up in the air and he's kind of like, hey.
He's just gonna fall like backwards like that. Yeah,
exactly. Yeah, it looks cool. I like that cover.
Kind of cool. I don't know which Campbell this is. If this is, I don't think that's J. Scott Campbell. Maybe Sophie Campbell, the one that's doing the art for TMNT. I don't know. Scooby-Doo, where are you? Number 109. And then Superman Red and Blue number 2. This is a pretty cool cover. I think I like the covers on this one a little bit more than issue 1. We got this one here with some, I'm not sure how I feel about his face, but I like the background. They got all those covers.
He looks like the actor who plays in, what is that show called? Is it iRobot or something like that? Oh man, what is it called?
Movie.
Oh, was it a movie? I'll have to get back to you on that.
iRobot was the one with like, I think that had Will Smith in it, didn't it?
Was it? I'll get back to you
in a
while.
That, but this one's like crazy looking.
Yeah, can you? I was gonna ask you if you can make that bigger.
I don't know how I feel.
Yeah, I have mixed feelings about it.
It's got this abstract feel, which is kind of cool. But yeah, I'm not sure how I feel. I think it's good art, but I don't know if it's
Mhm.
good like for a cover.
So I feel the same way about this cover as I feel about that pink Nightwing cover. I want to see what it looks like in person. Maybe it might present, I might have a different opinion. It might present more in person,
Yeah. Here we go. Nightwing in a Pepto-Bismol bottle. That's great. T. Ravis likes the pink. MacBee's wearing a fluffy jacket. Are you talking about I Am Robot?
Mr. Robot. People
Mr.
are
Robot.
saying Mr. Robot. Yeah, that cover looks like the actor who plays in that
Gotcha.
show. Yeah. The actor also played Freddie Mercury.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So they're saying Rami.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Okay, I can see that. I can totally see that. Sith's cousin's husband was nominated for an Oscar for iRobot.
Nice.
Very nice. We got Truth and Justice #3. This is a cool cover.
Speaking of Hellblazer, that looks like him on the cover.
There we go. I don't know who that is in the background, but damn. I like that. And this is the danger of going through this, right? You're like, man, that's a cover. That's a cover by.
Now that is badass. I'm gonna grab that.
That's awesome right there. Yeah,
I love Constantine. I want Keanu to be Constantine again so bad. And I like the Constantine show that lasted for like a season or less too. A few years ago, I thought it was great.
Yeah. Well, we got Constantine on in the Arrowverse too. Was that related to that, or is that a separate thing?
Might be separate. I'm unsure.
So that's it for DC. I mean, other than we had some trade paperbacks here, a hardcover deluxe edition. That's an interesting cover there.
Mm-hmm. It has like a Simpsons vibe to it.
Yeah, absolutely. It looks like everyone's getting frozen in a cube or something. But yeah, we'll move on from DC to Marvel. So for now, we'll still have Marvel within Diamond with this new thing going on, but Diamond will be buying their books from, what was it? Penguin Random House? Something like that. I don't remember the title of the place that's doing Marvel books now, but I think it's probably going to increase the price on these books, which is not good for the shop or the consumer. But maybe what will happen is we'll get better quality books coming from Marvel, better paper quality, and better shipping maybe. So we got Alien #2 with a cover by In-Huk Lee. I didn't read #1, but I know people were very excited to see Alien return. This is a cover by Stephanie Hans for Alien. This is pretty cool.
I dig it.
I'm all for this.
I'm not reading it either.
I love this cover though. Man.
I do.
Damn.
I'm a Steelers fan, so the yellow and the black, I think, go together. So it kind of pops. Yeah. That's cool too. I dig that.
Carlos Pacheco got a cover here. This is gonna be a ratio.
I just want like the traditional like alien popping out of somebody's chest cover, you know?
Right. We got some people, if the prices go up, they're gonna.
How much does it have to go up for you to stop reading it?
I mean, my Marvel reading list is small now, so I don't know if it would affect me too much.
Currently, I think I'm just on my pull. I think I just have King in Black, and Wolverine just ended, but Wolverine's still going on, the regular Wolverine series. I think those are the only two. I'll pick up the X-Men Legends, not on a pull, and then I think that's about it, really. I hate to do this to anybody who enjoyed it. I read it. I will not be picking up issue 2. I was super hyped for it, but Children of the Atom, I was not feeling Children of the Atom. But that's about it. I don't have that many Marvel. I'm more in the indies, as you could tell. I mean, I'm starting to get more in indies.
Yeah, I've got two things that are ending soon with Marvel: King in Black and Venom, or
Hmm.
at least Donny Cates' Venom will be ending, right?
Yeah.
So I'm probably gonna hop off that at that point.
Yeah.
And then I've got Champions, Strange Academy, the Silk miniseries, Daredevil, and Miles Morales.
Nice.
So that's five books. So that's not so if it went up $1, if it went up like $2, then maybe I'm cutting a book.
Generally speaking, for Marvel, I'll stick to the older Marvel books that I grew up with.
Hmm. But yeah, the rest of my pull list is indie except for Batman.
Firehawk 2069 says indie all the way. I agree. It's almost to the point where I feel like indies are taking over. I used to say Boom Studios was my favorite indie studio. Now I just say Boom's my favorite studio because I think they're killing it. But
Yeah. I dropped Spider-Man. I finally dropped it.
now, is that still Peter?
Yeah. Yeah. This is the Peter Parker Spider-Man.
I like the cover, but I don't know if I'm feeling that. Is that supposed to be Kingpin?
That's Kingpin down the bottom, yeah.
Why does
And
he
we
have
got
hair?
Boomerang.
It
I
looks
think
like he
that's a
has hair.
shadow.
Oh, is it a shadow? Okay.
Yeah, because you got this light source here, so that's probably a shadow.
Okay.
This might help see that.
Yeah, it is. Yep. Yeah, it looks better now. Yep.
Yeah.
May I
But
ask why you dropped it?
I loved the whole Kindred story and all of that, but it didn't end. It really didn't end. We thought it was ending, and then there's kind of like, nah, he's still around. I was like, so you took 60 something issues to not end the story?
Nice.
So that kind of made me mad. There's no conclusion, and then they're kind of ignoring that fact, and they're just going back onto this story that was happening. Like, I don't even remember when during the storyline, but at some point I remember this story had come up. So it's all over the place right now.
It's part of the reason why I hate being an adult reader and an adult for content is because when I was a kid, like when you were a kid, you were never like, Mom, I hate this plot armor. I hate these plot holes. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And you just went with it, like you watch like Power Rangers and you're like, there's no way that they would be able to survive all these assaults, but somehow they win all the time. Now we're adults. We start picking out, like I said, plot armor. We start picking out plot holes. They just drop, and that goes for, any median. So
thanks for stopping by, Firehawk.
Thanks a lot, man. Appreciate it.
Yeah. No, I mean, and then the other thing they were talking about, Aftershock's been putting out some good quality content. Railroad 6 and Fable were saying that. I agree 100%. Everyone, I don't know if there's a bad indie studio right now. Like, I'm loving what Behemoth's doing. I'm loving Vault Comics, like all of them. And then this is the other thing that has me kind of like, what are you doing, Marvel? Heroes Reborn. So we've getting these like random variants for Heroes Reborn that have nothing to do with the story that they're appearing on. So I'm obviously passing on that.
I think that banner's terrible on there too.
Oh yeah.
I think it would look so much better without that banner.
There's another one, right?
Yeah, dude, take that banner off. Put your hand in front of the banner. So much better without that banner. It looks terrible.
Yeah.
I'm not a fan of it.
And
I do like that art though.
This one at least applies, right? We got Captain America on Avengers book. Okay, makes sense. Yeah. We got Avengers 45 here. Tie in with the King in Black. And the Avengers are joining the battle with Vampire Hunter Blade, bringing in some vampires that I think that's how he's taking the fight to Null is instead of hunting the vampires, is having them hunt Null. So it's been cool. I haven't been reading Avengers, but I know it picked up again recently when they had the whole Phoenix saga thing going on. I think soon we find out, maybe next week, the week after, we get the conclusion to that. I don't know if that's come out yet or not, but we'll find out who the new Phoenix is. So See you, Travel. Thanks for hanging out.
Please,
What's going on?
FaceTime says, "Yo, what's good, guys? I'm a bit late. Can we start this over, Sparks?"
Oh man, I guess if I start it over, I gotta do it FaceTime style, right? Gotta turn off the camera again like last night. Oh man, is that dude doing a proctology exam on the?
I mean, it kind of sort of does. I mean,
I mean, we can see where his hand is. I think we're good. If we couldn't see his hand, I would totally. I would think you're spot on. And that's the selling point for Hyper. What's going on, Seba Mill? What do I think about Proctor Valley Road? I loved it. Be sure to check out my review of it. I posted the other day. But I'm on board for that series.
Spoiler for one of our next videos that's going to be on my backlog blues. I have not read it yet. I have it, but I haven't read it yet.
Nice. That'll definitely be something to read. Very enjoyable. So we got Black Knight, Curse of the Ebony Blade, number 2 of 5. Honestly, I picked up issue 1 because of the peach cover. I thought that was a pretty cool cover for her. And I actually kind of enjoyed this. I didn't think I was going to. I might pick up issue 2. I'm thinking if I do, I'm going to pick up this cover, though, with Elsa Bloodstone on the cover.
Can you magnify that, please? All right, awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, that looks cool. I dig it.
Ron Lim cover, Elsa Bloodstone. What's not to love about that cover, right?
Mm-hmm. I dig it.
And so she's hunting down stuff in the trails leading to Dane. So that's how she's coming into the story. Let me see. I don't remember if there was a ratio on this one or not. There is not. All right. So Captain Marvel, we're on to issue number 28. This one is a series I've been on and off again. And it looks like, so somehow she's, I think she came back to present day in the last issue because she was in like this futuristic time zone where we had like the son of Namor, the son of all these different heroes and everything. And it sounds like, I guess she didn't stop Ove, who was the son of Namor. And so I guess she's trying to deal with the mystic arts now. I don't know. That's a cool cover.
Yeah,
Mark
I like
Keto.
it.
FaceTime's liking Black Knight. It's 5 issues. I think I'm going to take it issue by issue, and I might not even pre-order it. It'll be one of those series that if I can pick it up off the shelf, then I'm going to read it. If I can't pick it up off the shelf, not gonna continue it because I don't need another book to read, right? Look at this killer cover again, Marco Cicchetto for Carnage, Black, White, and Blood number 2. It's interesting what he's doing with the eyes there. Like you see the lines extend out. Like,
yeah, I got issue number 1. I actually have a question for you. So, as you know, they did the Wolverine one, right? And now they're doing Carnage. If you could pick the next character they do a White, Black, and Blood series on, what would you pick?
What's interesting is I think there's a. I thought I just heard that there's a Harley Quinn one or something that's like a trade paperback or something, which is weird.
With like the same concept where it's all black and white and the only thing that's colored is red?
I feel like yes, or maybe I just am 100% making this up, but I feel like I just saw that yesterday. And I don't remember. I think it was on Aegis's show.
I'll have to check it out.
But yeah, so we've got Carnage, we've had Wolverine. Who else leaves it? I mean, Deadpool's got to be next, right?
Deadpool would be great. I think that Daredevil's a no-brainer. right?
Daredevil, that would be good. Yeah.
Strictly for the amount of blood that should be in the series, a Punisher one would be great too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Punisher and Deadpool for amount of blood.
Mm-hmm.
Daredevil because he's already red.
Yeah.
I don't think there'd be as much blood in a
Yeah.
Daredevil one though, because he
Mm-hmm.
tries to
Mm-hmm.
not kill people.
Yeah.
But Punisher, Deadpool are probably the next ones coming. Yeah, I think that's what that everyone's been kind of thinking is it's going to be Echo, and especially didn't we have some news that we're going to possibly get Echo in the MCU,
I haven't heard anything about it.
or there's something like that. But so I mean, why not bring Echo back into the comics and make her relevant in the comics again, if they plan to bring her in at some point? How about white, black, and purple with Thanos? I could dig that. Yeah, we'll get some purple blood also, right? But yeah, this one, the Daredevil team of Chip Zdarsky and Marco Cicchetto are on one of the stories of Carnage versus Spider-Man. We get Al Ewing, and then we get Ram V on this issue, and there's also Donnie Cates writing in here too. So this is a quality team right here.
Mm-hmm. Zdarsky and Cates combo is killer, man.
Wesley saying Echo's confirmed for Falcon Winter Soldier.
Nice.
I thought I just heard something about her.
Are you caught up on that show?
Yeah. I mean,
2 episodes.
We only had, yeah. We had 2 episodes. Yeah. I'm caught up. It's been good. Last issue, a lot happened. Last episode. I keep calling TV issue.
Oh, good. I know what you
meant. There's a Kyle Hotz cover for this as well, but we don't have the art for that yet. FaceTime's thinking that there is a Harley black, white, and red thing. There's going to be a Peach Momoko that looks like probably ratio variant for Carnage, red, white, and blood. Black, white, and blood. Interesting. No art for that yet. And that's it for there. Yeah, I've been hunting her first appearance for a while, trying to find it in a shop, never did. So now it's going to be out of my price range to buy. But I did get her Origin issue, which is I think Daredevil 52. I want to say somewhere in the 50s, but it's got the handprint cover, the David Mack cover, like super cool cover. Moving on, we got Champions number 6. So this is a new team that's doing this. Danny Lore is the writer. Luciano Vecchio is the artist. We got this killer cover by Tony Infante. Yeah, we'll see what happens with this new team. I think the last team has been really good. We had Eve Ewing was writing, and I really was enjoying what they were doing. So I hope that this new team continues in the same vein of quality for the Champions. Because I think this team, you have to have good writers that can know the characters to make this team work well.
I agree.
Thanks, Joker. Appreciate it. Appreciate you watching and listening in while we're getting those chores done. It's the way to multitask. Moving from Champions, there is of course, a Heroes Reborn cover here. We've got the Dr. Juggerdoom. I don't know. Whatever we want to call this. I don't know why that cover is popping on a Champions book, but
I'm not feeling it that much. But
yeah, shout out to Copy 801.
What's up, Copy?
Yeah, I love the cover art on the Champions covers. Like the main cover, been fire.
Mm-hmm. Like it.
We've had some. I think we had some art from Simone DeMeo at one point, and now Tony Infante, which is funny because Infante did variants for "We Only Find Them When They're Dead," which has art by Simone DeMeo. So it's just it's funny how they're working in the same circles there. Moving on, we got a trade paperback for Civil War. We got Eternals #4. Kieran Gillen, Asad Ribic. I picked up issue 1 of this. I didn't continue, but it looked like it was going to be a good, like, at least the start of the story is going to be a good, like, I don't know, like a whodunit, like who did the murdering, detective kind of thing, but with the Eternals. So with 100 Eternals comes 100 prime suspects, while increasingly less as more and more are being murdered. So I guess more Eternals are getting killed. Jugga Doom, Doomanot. FaceTime's all about that Dr. Jugger Doom.
I see.
Oh, man. Wesley stopped after issue 3 of Eternals. We got a Todd Knock headshot. These kind of creep me out a little bit. Don't know why. It's just the floating head. it's quality art, but okay. So no ratio variants on that one. Now that we're on issue #4, and we got a new Valkyrie series. Face is saying slow burn on Eternals. Mighty Valkyries #1 of 5. We got Jason Aaron and Torin Gronbeck writing this, with art by Erica De Urso and Mattia De Ulius. Man, I only know Jason Aaron from that team, so it's a kind of a cool thing. They got some new people in here. We had the 5. Was it 5 issues, 4 issues, 3 issues tying into King in Black for Valkyries? And so now she's I think she's at least resurrected or pulled back one of the other Valkyries. Maybe she's retrieved all of the Valkyries. I'm not sure. I only read issue #1 of that, and so now they're going to redefine their role in the changing world.
I like the cover. I didn't read any of the previous. Did you read any of the previous Valkyries?
Just issue 1 of the King in Black tie-in. I was going to read the rest, and then I thought I had it on my pool, but it didn't end up in my box, so I just took that as a sign to not read it.
Yeah, I'm staying away from the tie-ins. There's too many.
Yeah, I think the only tie-in I ended up really doing was the Gwenom versus Carnage and the Symbiote Spider-Man.
Because at least for King in Black, you don't miss anything, right? It's just additional information, right? You don't miss anything from the main story, right? So
that's honestly the same across every event. The tie-ins are additional information. Maybe it explains how we got from point A to point B in the main story, but it's not 100% necessary. So, the Black Cat tie-in I read also, because we saw how Doctor Strange got retrieved from being encapsulated by the symbiote stuff from Null. And Black Cat, went in and rescued him. But in the story, you see him and it says, see Black Cat #2 or something to see how he got out or whatever. But it's not pivotal to what's happening in the main storyline.
Thought so.
What's going on, Sedpool? Welcome in.
Welcome.
But yeah, so I think this could be a good story. I mean, we're seeing more of Jane Foster as Valkyrie. I think I only read issue 1 of her solo series too, maybe issue 2. But no, I think that's it's been cool seeing her as Valkyrie, which, hey, maybe she's going to be, Thor for a movie or 2 in MCU, and then maybe she becomes Valkyrie. Right? They could do that if they keep her around. We got a Todd Knock headshot variant. We got another Reborn variant, which is I guess one of the people on Squadron Supreme. I forget what his name is. And we do have a ratio variant here from Mahmoud Azrar.
Now that's a cover. Could you imagine if that nice cover that you're showing right now had that awful banner at the bottom? I don't know why I don't like it so much. I feel like it just really just I don't know. I feel like it ruins the cover for some reason. I don't know why.
Yeah. I mean, look at this. We got Loki and Valkyrie getting along here, right? But then we see the kind of maybe flashback to Loki of olden times, and I guess just Jane Foster here, right? He looks like he's about to kill her. So that's kind of cool. Let's see if we got any other ratios on this one. No, we got a young cover though. Maybe, yeah, that Azrar one's not listed, so that's definitely a ratio. This is my axe. Give me. It's mine now. I had it first. Actually, I did. Well, I had it second, and 2 is a bigger number than 1. That makes sense. I'll give it back. Really? Nope. Totally keeping it.
That cover could have totally been a whole discussion on how bad that Radiant Black cover was. Sorry, I keep talking about it.
Yeah. And I think that's everyone's like speculating is that we're gonna see Valkyrie eventually in the MCU, and so the what was that? War of the Realms, Omega, or yeah, I think whatever the concluding issue was her first appearance as Valkyrie, and that one's heated up a little bit. Yeah, honestly, if I picked this up, either I'd want that Azrar cover or I'd want the Scotty Young cover. That was pretty cool. We got some hardcovers, trade paperbacks, including Miss Marvel, Power Man and Iron Fist, Miles Morales, some Masterworks in here. And then we go on to Spider-Woman number 11. The Jung-Gwon Yoon covers for this have been fantastic. It's been hard to stay on this series. I haven't 100% liked it, but I've been off and on it. The covers kept bringing me back to it, I think. But now she's losing her black suit and going back to, classic Spider-Woman suit here. Back to the basics. So we'll see what happens going forward. Oh, here, FaceTime for you. Since you missed this earlier, this is the cover he's talking about.
Oh, dude, FaceTime. This is an actual cover of a comic book. Terrible. That would if okay, so I'm an avid reader of books just like everybody else. If I was just walking in for the first time, like, hey, let me see if I can maybe pick up some books, that would completely turn me off to this book. And that book deserves way more than a cover like that. Sorry, I'll stop. I could just go on for days about it.
Shout out to Nigel, Desired Comics. What's going on? And FaceTime's having the same thing with me with Spider-Woman. The covers keep bringing you back.
I'm unsure if you've seen it, but if you could try to highlight Copy 801's last comment, I would like to read it. If not, I could read it off my phone. He said, might as well make the blue screen of death a cover. I couldn't agree more, man.
Man. That's next. Don't worry.
Oh, God.
This is FaceTime's reaction to that cover, though. See, this is how you do the Heroes Reborn without making it weird. There's the little Heroes Reborn variant logo.
I agree.
The weird thing here, though, is we have Thanos with the Infinity Rings. You see that?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
That's not Infinity Gauntlet. He's got rings.
Yeah.
What is going on?
That's the Tom Brady variant.
Oh, man. We got Dr. Afra number 9, and we don't even have the cover art yet for it. It's by Sway. Yeah, I don't know why we got rings. So no cover art for that yet. Let's see. We've gotten a 1 in 25 every time. Here it is for this one. Ray Anthony Heights. That's a pretty solid cover. I dig that.
Yeah, I like it too.
It's awesome. 1 in 25. So not the Jenny Frison or Jen Bartel probably high priced version that we're gonna have here, but I think this would still be a solid cover if you're a Dr. Aphra fan. Yeah, I get Future State vibes from Heroes Reborn, absolutely. Although it's like Future State, but then like, oh, what was that? The Warp. What was that? Warp Wars, or I don't know. It was something weird where they like combined two characters, right? So we had like Captain America and Doctor Strange were like combined to be a character. We had the Soldier Supreme or something like that. It was weird. Oops. Brady variant.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Infinity Warps. Thank you. That's I'm getting like a mix of Infinity Warps and Future State, like with the Heroes Reborn. We got Sword number 5 from Marvel. Al Ewing is on this one. We just had Cable got taken over by Null, and I don't know. We got more on this from Azra's Tiger last night with Magneto getting involved with all of this. I mean, Sword is all mutant team running Sword right now. I did pick up issue 1. I thought this series has good potential. I'm not trying to stay into the mutant books right now because there's so many good mutant books that's a whole rabbit hole. But
Yeah,
I think this is probably a solid series to keep an eye on.
I hear good things about it. And when I say this, I don't mean anything negative about it, although it might sound like it, because I was really into it. The whole X of Swords 22 issue series just drained me trying to keep up with the list and all that. As you know, I'm a big X-Men Mutant fan. You're going to actually touch on another book that's coming up, first issue, in a second. I'll be keeping up with that one.
We'll talk about that now.
Yeah. So I'm really excited about this. As I don't know if everybody who's watching can see the screen of the description. So I'm just really excited to get them to get back into Nightcrawler. I think he's one of the most underrated mutants out there, and so I'm looking forward to this series. So this will be the first non-Wolverine X-Men related title that I pick up since X of Swords. So.
FaceTime saying Sword has been fantastic, but it's heavy political between the mutants.
Okay.
So
that's nothing new between Xavier. I don't know if he's referring to Xavier and Magneto, but that's kind of always sort of been like a thing, with them. But yeah, I'm looking forward to it though.
Hit the like button.
Do you know? And it may have said it in the previous screen, so I apologize. Do you know how long Swords is supposed to go for? As far as the series goes,
it's ongoing.
It's just an ongoing.
Right. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's ongoing. Way of X, though, like you're saying, we got Nightcrawler centric story, and it's about him kind of spreading this religion, the mutant religion. So he's always been the religious one of the mutant group.
Yeah.
But when I was reading, I don't remember which series earlier, but I was reading one of the stories and that kind of came up. Maybe it might have been Marauders, because I think him and Kate Pride were having a discussion on it, and he was talking about that it was like he was trying to start developing that, but that was a while ago. So now we're getting it popping up here. And this is a really cool cover, this wraparound of him just, I'm over here. I like
it.
He's like imitating Professor X, right?
Mm-hmm.
He's got a little X on his head, dancing around Magneto, putting this cowboy hat on. I don't know who that is below him. And then I don't know what's going on here. Looks like he's about to kiss her.
Yeah, I think he might even be. Yeah.
And then we've got, of course, another Scotty Young cover with what did we say this was? He said, I think Azra's Tiger said it was Pixie. So yeah, she must have her own portal powers. 'Cause I almost thought that looked a little bit like what's the girl that does the Exiles? Is that Blink? Is that her name?
I'm not familiar.
Something like that. Maybe it is Pixie. I don't know. Similar look. Let's just go back real quick. Skipped over this. Trials of Ultraman number 205. So Ultraman fans, I know that's Comics Talk Weekly loves this one. So definitely something to check out. We just had I think it was 1 through 5 that was just Ultraman, and then now we've got the Trials of Ultraman. We got some omnibuses here. What If omnibus with we got the cover being the Jane Foster Found the Hammer of Thor, or we've got another version. What if the original Marvel bullpen had become the Fantastic Four? So you get Stan, you get Soul Jack Flo as the Fantastic Four, and then what if Spider-Man joined the Fantastic Four? It's the different covers. So that's kind of cool. Leading into the What If series coming up soon. And then I think this is for me this is the hit of the week for Marvel. Woman of Marvel number 1. We got a great cover by Sarah Pacelli here. We got a bunch of different authors, writers, and artists in here. Let's see. Comics legend Louise Simonson kicks things off with a must-read introduction. Nadia Shamas punches the glass ceiling with the Jade Giantess. Elsa, I'm going to butcher that, Shunison grits her way to the front line with Captain Peggy Carter. Sophie Campbell goes feral with a bone-grinding Marrow story. Video game and comics writer Ann Toole makes her Marvel debut in a blaze of glory. Natasha Alterici of Heathen fame charges sword first into the Marvel universe with astonishing art from new and established artists Key Zama, Eleanor Carlini, Skylar Patridge, Joanna Estep, and more. So awesome team here of people putting out this book.
And there's no variant on that?
Oh, there's some variants, sir. We got Amanda Connor cover here, which I think is pretty cool. Interesting crew here with the pets. Pet shop piracy.
Is that Tigra?
That is.
I think it is.
I'm not sure who that is.
I don't know, but I'm hoping there's more variants because I don't understand how you can have a Women of Marvel. Let's see what this one is. Okay.
Momoko. So, yeah, we got right there. Shout out to Chamora Cinema. What's going on?
Hey. This is just my opinion. How can you have a Women of Marvel book without a Miss Marvel cover or a Captain Marvel cover? They're all females. And they're,
we don't actually have that because here's the last cover. This is Magic.
Mm-hmm.
We got Maria Wolf does the art here.
At the very least, you got to have Ms. Marvel at least, That's
what you were saying last night, Copy. It looks like Wanda broke her neck.
On that cover?
On the last one, yeah.
Can you flash it up there again one more time? Oh, yeah, it does. She's all like a crash test dummy,
She's turned her head.
Mm-hmm.
It's I don't know. I'll probably get the Momoko maybe cover A here. We got Gamora, Elektra, Storm. I think that's Shuri, and then Valkyrie, Jane Foster.
They could have easily put 2 more girls in the air in the corners.
Yeah,
and they could have put Rogue in one corner and either Captain Marvel or Ms. Marvel on the other side.
I believe check this, and yeah, there's nothing else hiding in here. Not that there's not a ratio variant on it that they don't have hidden in here, but I don't see any ratios. But they haven't really. Well, they did do. Which website do I want to go to? Sanctum Sanctorum. let me just do a real quick check on them, because they usually will have all the ratios. So there's that. Let's do a quick scan. There's a 1 in 25 for Spider-Woman number 11. It's not going to be like that Rose Besh Spider-Woman cover, though. Now this, yeah, I didn't realize she had another cover here, man. Black Knight, Curse of the Ebony Blade. So this was, I think, this was for issue 1, issue 2, issue 3, all Stephanie Hans 1 in 25 covers. That is killer art right there.
Yeah, I don't know about that price though, but
well, yeah, I mean that's a 1 in 25, probably not as high printed. I'm not seeing anything else for Woman of Marvel, but I could be wrong. Thanks, Chamorro. Appreciate you.
Appreciate it.
We'll do a quick scroll through Dynamite.
All right, while you're doing Dynamite, I'll be right back.
I mean, it's going to take 2 seconds. Because, we've got Red Sonja, number 26. We've got Sacred 6, number 8. And we've got Vengeance of Vampirella, number 17. For me, these are books I don't read. I know that these are cover buys for a lot of people, especially when we see like the cosplay covers. Some people are really into those. But, we do get some good artists putting out their work through here. So like Perillo gets some art in here. Who else we got? Perillo is the main one that I see that pops out. But there's always like 20 covers for each issue. So if you're into any of these, pick up, your favorite cover from it. You got a lot of options. So we're moving into Johnny's favorite studio. So he should be back here in a second. But Boom Studios, we've got starting out Firefly, brand new verse, number 2 of 6. So I really enjoyed issue number 1 of this one. I thought it was a great reintroduction to the Firefly world. Joseph Lee Gordon is writing, Fabiana Mascolo on the art, and on this cover we got Christina Kalita. This is really solid reintroduction for me to the Firefly world. I loved the show. I loved the Serenity movie. So that's why I wanted to read this. I'm not going crazy on variants with this, but I do want from issue number 1 the Jenny Frison cover, because that was awesome. So let's see what ratios we got in store here. This is the cover B by Veronica Fish. She also did a cover B for issue 1. We got a 1 in 25 incentive from David LaFuente. That's a pretty solid cover right there.
Like it?
Yeah. So this takes place 20 years after the events of Firefly.
I can't believe how big of a cult following that show has to this day, dude.
So apparently, and this is why it didn't even make it past the season, is like Fox aired the issues out of order. Like
the episodes, or
yeah. See, I'm flipping.
You said issues again. I thought I knew what you meant, but I just wanted to clarify.
Yeah, so when it first came out, they didn't play them in the right order, or something like that happened, and so people didn't watch it because they're like, "What the hell is happening in this? I don't understand." And so that kind of screwed it up, and it only lasted a season. But then it got a popular following when it came, when you watch it right in the right order, and so then they had the movie happen as a way to wrap things up, which I don't like how they wrap things up with the movie, but at least in this, though, you see, they're continuing the story later on, and we see that it's sticking to those events from the movie. I think this would be really cool if they then took this and brought Firefly back, but it's set in the future. And we've got the new crew here. plus some of the old characters. Yeah, they basically gave it no chance. I agree. It's a Western set in space. Like, what's not to love?
I'm
I guess
saying.
I should go see if there's a higher ratio. There's a 1 in 50, which is a virgin version of that cover, and that should be.
Oh, I
Yeah.
like that.
That's that. I don't know if that's even on FOC this week. That's Firefly number 28, Bengal cover. But yeah, so for Firefly brand new verse, that's what we got. We got Jim Henson's Storyteller Tricksters number 2 with a Peach Momoko cover. I didn't get this just because I don't know much about Jim Henson's The Storyteller. But I think Momoko did a cover for this as well on number 1. So pretty cool covers we got going on. I don't know if you picked this one up or not because it's Boom.
No, I didn't. I used to like Jim Henson's work when I was a kid. Your typical stuff, by him, but I can't pick everything up, man. Even if I want, I wouldn't have time. Even if I have all the money in the world, I couldn't read it all. So no, I didn't pick it up.
Yeah. 1 in 25 is a virgin version of the Peach cover. That should be, yeah, that's it.
I can't wait for that series to come back.
Oh, I'm super excited for that. Not yet. I think it's May, so it should be.
Give me a minute.
Maybe actually the next should be the next FOC probably, or maybe the one after that. We've got Luna number 3 of 5. I don't know. You guys got a review of number 2 coming, right?
It airs with Caroline Comics on Wednesday on our channel at 8 a.m. Central. Yes. Her and I have been enjoying it so far.
I'm on the fence. I removed it from my pull list, but I might get this cover. I love the cover Bs on this series.
Yeah, I picked up cover A for the first one. I missed the Jenny Frizzing cover on the first one. I was a little disappointed about that. And then I picked up the cover B on the second one. I liked it more than the first one. I'll probably pick up both covers for the next one. I'm really digging the series so far.
Yeah, I think I'm just gonna see while I'm thinking about it. That way I get the cover B. Don't have to hunt it down at my shop. But I removed it from my pool list because I don't know. I like what's happening with the guy with the eye patch and his story. But we aren't getting enough of that story, and so that's what I want to see more of. So issue 3 will probably give me a.
Did you read issue number 2 or just number 1? Yeah, you read both. You just took it off your pull just in case, right?
After number 2, I removed it from my pool.
Yeah, it's only a 5 issue series, so.
Yeah, but like I said, I love the cover Bs that they keep doing for this. So the art on those, I think, is gonna get me to just buy those covers. And since I bought the cover, I'll read it. But it's one of those I'm on the fence about. I really want to like this story. Like, there's a lot of parts of it that I really like, but overall, I'm just not feeling it.
I gotcha. By the way, breaking news, I decided I'm just going to stick with Fear Case. It's off my pull list, but I'll pick it up and I'll just finish it. There's only two up. There's only two books left, so.
I think I left it on my pull list. We've got Orcs number 3 of 6. Christine Larson writing, doing art, and cover art. This is from Kaboom, so the younger imprint for Boom Studios, I think. Wait. No, there's right? Is Kaboom the young imprint?
To my knowledge, no. I thought it was Little Boom, right? But I could be wrong.
No.
No.
What's
I'm unsure then.
Boombox.
That's it. That's what I meant. Yeah.
So I don't know what the Kaboom imprint is.
I know nothing about Works. Did you read any of the issues?
I read issue 1. It wasn't my style, but I think it looks like it's a cool little story. I did feel like it was targeted for a younger audience, and I think that's why I didn't like it. Maybe Kaboom also is targeted for a younger audience. What's going on, Rudy? Welcome in. Real Rude 6 says Fear Case isn't that bad.
That's up for debate. I'll tell you what, Real Rude, we would love to have you on Dream of August Comics to discuss Fear Case and why you believe it's not that bad.
I mean, I enjoy the overall story.
Yes, it's all the topics that we discussed in our Fear Case issue 1 review with the unnecessary question marks and yeah. Oh, we won't get into it now, but
yeah, I don't want to be negative about it.
Yeah.
I think a lot of people do like it. And,
I do. I hear people like it a lot. Yeah.
And I like the overall story. I think if I hadn't noticed the question mark thing, I would like it a lot more.
Mm-hmm.
But because of that, that's where I got. Oh, look who's hanging out with us again today. Andy Levy, author of Osaka Mime. Shout out to Andy. Kaboom is an all ages imprint, he's saying. He's looked at their submission guidelines. Okay, so Kaboom would be all ages, so possibly if you got that younger targeted thing with orcs. And so if you guys haven't, from last week when Andy popped on and we were talking about Osaka Mime, of course, go get it ordered from your shop. And then if you're not sure what it's about, or, if you want to get it, go and check out my advanced review of Osaka Mime on my channel. So that'll probably get you guys to want to go buy that book. I absolutely loved reading it.
I'll be honest, I don't know how you buy all these books, read them, then have time to record a review so quickly.
Oh, some of them take me a while.
It's like magic, man. I'm like, man, I didn't even read. Well, I've already read Noctera, but at the time when you released your review, I'm like, man, I still haven't even read it yet. So that was cool. By the way, Real Rude 6, that was a real offer. I was not kidding. If you want to come on Dream of August Comics to review Fear Case issue number 3, I will only review that book on our channel if you come on. That's the only way I will review it, is if you come on.
Thanks, Andy. I appreciate it.
Thank you, Andy.
Just a Rican in his comics. What's going on?
What a name, man! What a name! I love it.
You got a shout out show coming up today. I know usually it's around 4:00 Eastern. He does a show where he shouts some people in the community out.
That's great. He did shout me out, our channel out at some point. I believe you were on that show when he did that.
Yes. Yeah.
Phil still has his show later on, right? Today?
Phil is not going live.
Oh, he's not going live today? Okay.
Doing some recorded stuff coming up.
Got
it. Yes. So at 4 p.m., go check out Just a Rican in his comics and see he's shouting out this week. Since we don't have Comics Talk Weekly doing his show this week.
I'll check it out.
We got some ratio incentives for Power Rangers number 6. At 8. 1 in 25 by Goni Montez, who did another ratio earlier. I think Goni Montez did the Radiant Black 1 in 25.
Man, I used to be the biggest Power Rangers fan when I was a kid, and I haven't read, and it's not because they're not good. I've heard great things about the entire Power Rangers series, from everything that's happening with the Green Ranger. Yeah. And I've heard nothing but good things. I'm hoping there might even be some out now. I'm not sure. Especially like with the introduction of Lord Draken. I hope there's a trade somewhere out there, because I'd love to pick that up and get to reading those, because I missed out. Yeah,
and this one, Power Rangers Unlimited, that came out this week. I think there was some good buzz on this one. It had a really cool Jenny Frison cover too. Crazy good. It was expensive though. It's like a 1 in 50. So there's a second print for Power Rangers Unlimited Heir to Darkness number 1 here. I know that like I probably really enjoy reading the Power Rangers stories. It's one of those rabbit holes, right? I'm trying not to go down the rabbit hole. But yeah, I mean, I'm going down actually the Magic rabbit hole, right? Because Boom's about to put out Magic the Gathering, and
I didn't even know that. That's
so April 7th, Magic the Gathering will be coming out. And so I'm like, I got that ashcan version of it, and I read
Mhm.
that, and I was like, sold. You introduced me to this world. I didn't have to know anything about the cards to understand the world and understand what's going on and who the characters are. It was very well done. So I was like, all right, I'm in. And actually, so the day before, on April 6th at 7 p.m. Eastern Time, Ross Ritchie will be on this channel. Caroline and I will be interviewing him, and we'll be talking about Magic the Gathering that's coming out the next day.
Awesome. Congratulations on that, by the way.
Thanks.
They were he was on what Team Nerd Herd, right?
Yeah, so they've dropped the explanation video of the insert for the Berserker foil for the Something's Killing the Children #1 8th print thing. But I think they've got the full interview dropping soon. So be on the lookout for that. So I think that interview is focused on that kind of stuff. When I was talking to him, he wanted to focus on talking about Magic. So I was like, let's schedule it before that drops, and we'll do that.
Man, I have a story. I was into Magic when I was younger, and I had a Black Lotus, a Dark Lotus card.
Oh yeah.
Dude, I did not take care of it. Obviously, it wasn't that amount how it is now. It doesn't have like the value back then. You know, it's just there's no way I would have been able to know. But thinking in hindsight, man, things worth a lot of money.
Yeah, there's a lot of things when when we're kids that you're like, man, I wish I kept better care of that.
So other than the synopsis that we have in front of us, do you know anything about this? Because man, I bought the Last Witch series. I have the first three, and I like those. So I'm starting to like these Boombox series now too, man.
Yeah, no, this was great. I'm really enjoying this. So we got a second print of #1 coming out for Spectre and Spectres. Honestly, like I think this came out the same week Luna #1 came out, and I liked this better than Luna. And it's like, I mean, it is kind of where there's a, they're living that Scooby-Doo life chasing ghosts. So this group here, they're trying to like film like these like maybe like almost a YouTube series or like some sort of podcast kind of thing for ghost hunting.
Yeah,
and they end up finding I think not even necessarily, maybe it was a ghost, maybe it was something more that then possesses one of them. And so now they're trying to essentially figure out for that spirit a way to resolve its issues on Earth and get it to, not possess their friend anymore. And so like she comes in and out of control of herself. Sometimes the spirit takes over, sometimes it's her. And so they're just trying to figure out the secrets of the town, which will then end up really figuring out the thing that will help it move on to the afterlife.
Awesome. 2 questions. Do you recommend it? And then what would you say is the age range, like preteens for this book?
Oh, I mean, I'd say, I'd say it definitely younger. I don't think there's, I mean, it's targeted younger, right? It's Boombox.
Yeah.
But anybody, I think this is an all ages book.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Yeah. Cause I try to find as many books as I can. I have a 7 and a 4-year-old. I try to find books. I had a horror story where I took them to the comic shop. I let them pick out whatever. I didn't even look at the inside of the comic, and they love Batman and Wolverine, right? Those are their 2 favorites. And dude, I'm like, let's read one of the books before bed instead of like, like a Dr. Seuss or something. And the first page is like Wolverine gutting a dude. And I'm like, yeah, this is not anything I should be reading. So I'm trying to find more and more books. And I want to get away from like the My Little Ponies and the Sonic. And like, that's cool. But I kind of want to, read them more stuff. So I figured maybe I could pick this up for him. But
yeah, I'd say this is, this is probably, it's all ages, but there's a little bit of spooky side.
All good. All
so
good. Yeah, all good.
That would be the only thing. But we get ghosts. We get.
Yeah, I'm good with that. Yeah, I like the art. If you recommend it, I'll see if I could pick it up.
Yeah, no, this is great. Issue 1's got a second print. Issue 3 also is happening on this FOC with a cover B by Erica Henderson. That looks creepier than the cover.
I dig it. It has like I'm big into noir, so it kind of has like a noirish vibe to it. So I like it.
Yeah, all the cover Bs have had this style
Yeah,
on the cover.
nice.
So
I might have to
like
do
that.
the cover Bs.
And then I believe there's like a 1 in 10, which is a virgin version of that. And I think that should be it. Yeah. So that is Boom Studios there. So they got a lot on FOC this week.
Mm-hmm.
So now let's move into the other indie publishers section. Here we go. Here's the Bequest number 2. What's going on, Lou? Welcome in. Good morning.
Dream of Aegis.
Good morning. We got Bequest number 2. So this is what I was saying earlier. Freddie Williams II right there. He does the cover art for this. So imagine this style as what was that variant for? That was Usagi Yojimbo. So this would be the art style that we're looking at. He does the interiors for this. If you're a Dungeons and Dragons fan, definitely a book to check out. Lou, if you want to hop on, I sent you the link on Instagram this morning, so go check that out. Let's see what else.
I didn't pick this one up, but I heard good things about it. I like the interior art as well. I looked at the interior art at the shop, and it looks good. This is going to be an ongoing, it looks like, right? They're not specifying how many issues?
Yeah, they haven't specified. Aftershock sometimes will stop at like 5 issues or so. And so that could be, volume 1 ends and, and then you get volume 2. Like We Live ended at issue 5, right? I think. And then it pauses and it'll have a volume 2. So this, I think, is another thing. Aftershock has been coming up with good stuff recently. I'm liking this. I think partially why I like it is because I just started playing Dungeons and Dragons. So really cool thing they did at the end of issue 1 was they put a character sheet for the characters. Like every character had a sheet in the back, and it had their stats.
Oh, I dig that.
Learning all of that stuff, I'm like, oh, this is so cool. I can see, their strength is this, their, all these different character aspects.
It's impressive. I like that.
So that was cool. I like the story. I like where they're headed with it. So they're coming from this fantasy world into modern Chicago. So pretty cool. No ratios on that one. Aftershock tends to just do ratios on issue 1. So that's what we got going on there. Black Cotton from Scout Comics. We got number 1 getting a second print. I know everyone was really liking this story. You guys still gonna do the review?
No, we canceled the review due to the subject matter. We're trying to stay away from it, but it is a good book though. It wasn't because we didn't like it. It was a good book. Yeah. We're not really feeling like going one way or the other, but it was a good book. I like it. I'm hoping that it goes. Did you read it?
Yeah.
Yeah. I kind of hope it goes more in depth. That was probably my only issue with it. Not to get on a soapbox was I feel like it was a quick read, man. Like I don't expect it to be like a long ass read, but I almost felt like it was like over before it started. But we'll see. I'm gonna give issue 2. It's not on my pull or anything like that, but I'm gonna give it a try. I'll read issue 2.
Yeah. I think I'm just stopping with issue 1. Mainly, I wanted, they did exactly what they said. It was essentially the
roles reversed. Yep,
the roles reversed.
Mm-hmm.
But that's all that happened. I was like, where's the twist?
Yeah.
But there's something I think brewing with the company that that the family's a part of.
Yep.
So I think that's going to be what takes the twist, and we see something different happening. But I'm reading so many things. I was like, I can't wait for the twist to happen.
Yeah, that's like how I came up with the whole backlog blues concept. Is like, dude, there's so much to read. There's no way we can read it all, even if we wanted to.
I do my best.
So what is this? The Girls of Dimension 13. Is this issue
Yeah.
number 1?
This is issue number 1, also from Aftershock Comics. 4 young women brought together by invitation to a creepy building. Essentially, there's 13 dimensions, as the title says, and somebody has been guarding, for centuries, the portal has been guarded by a gatekeeper to prevent evil from the other side gaining access to our dimension. And that person, though, that's been guarding it, Anna Nightlinger, is missing. So the only thing standing in the way of the Abraxas, which is this evil creature that has taken over the other dimensions, then is these 4 girls who have been brought together and to the gate, essentially, but they don't really know that they have powers and abilities. So learning all of their powers, what they can do, and protecting the dimension. So it seems like a pretty cool story. I like this cover here. Looks like they got a dog too. So that's kind of cool. And there is, of course, it's Aftershock. So issue number 1 has a 1 in 15 ratio.
Oh, I like that one.
From Graham Nolan, who is the writer on this. So yeah, I think that's this could be a good read. I'm going to check it out for sure.
I can't give every issue 1 a try, but with indies, if it even remotely holds my interest, whether it be like the cover or I like the interior art, I'll just pick it up. Why not? And then if you don't like it, like you take a $4 hit or $5 hit, it's not too bad.
Right. That's I mean, for the most part, I try to give most of them, but like you said, you can't get every single one of them. So
for this series, I'm gonna wait for a trade on it. I heard it's all right though. I heard it's good. I think I have issue 1, I think, actually, so I might want to read that before. But yeah,
issue 1 hooked me. Issue 2 was a little confusing, but then issue 3 and 4 have been solid. So I like what's going on with this. I'm going to reread this at some point. Maybe when they get the trade out, I'll do that. But we've got then a cover B from Jen Hickman. So I like what's going on with this. I looked so far. There's 6 issues showing up in previews. I hope issue 6 isn't the last one, but we'll see. Lou, did you close out the show last night? He was on he was getting on when I was leaving.
Yeah, I think I crashed at like 12:31ish, something like that. Yeah.
This one, I didn't pick this up when it first came out. Gung Ho Sexy Beast. We had Gung Ho something else originally, so this is the second series of this.
I know nothing about it.
Kale New did the cover art on it, though. That's pretty cool. It's from Ablaze, so you don't see too many of their books around. That's some good covers, though.
Yeah, I like it.
And then Chico Sai on that cover. I don't know who that is. Awesome. So then what else we got here? Knock 'em Dead number 5. It's the curtain call, so I wonder if that means this will be the last issue. Let's do a quick search. But I picked up issue 1 of this, thinking it was going to have more in it. I think it got better after issue 1, though.
What is the general premise of this book?
Yeah, that should be the last one. Essentially, this comedian, he's not good. And so I think he's in a car accident or dies or something. Yeah, I think he dies and then makes some sort of deal with a spirit or something. And so the spirit's good at comedy, and so like takes over and like does the comedy for him. That kind of thing. So I mean, it's had some cool covers, but it will be collected in a trade paperback that'll come out in August. So I might wait for that to read.
I'll pick up the trade. I'm a big fan of stand-up, so I'll get the trade since I'm on the trade kick right now.
Yeah, it was one of those that I was reading, and I'm like, it's gonna get better, but again, I gotta cut something. I'm just gonna stop here, issue 1, go back, get the trade later when it comes out. We got Man's World number 4 from AWA Upshot. I didn't read this one, but I think people were saying some good things about it. This is the last issue, so it's short series, 4 issues.
Was there like drag racing going on in the background where you're at, or sounded like
just a loud car.
Got it.
Yeah, I tried to mute the mic as that was happening. And then we've got some trades, some hardcovers. That's about it. Although we got down here, we got Star Wars Insider 202. There's an FOC cover with none other than Mr. Baby Yoda himself, Mr. Grogu. And then we got regular Yoda on the newsstand.
See, I don't know why. Maybe it's because it's technically a magazine, maybe, right? But like for some reason, that banner does not bother me in the previous Yoda one. It doesn't bother me like the comic ones do. I don't know why. It's so similar, you know?
Yeah. I mean, it's a magazine, so it should have that kind of cover. But then here's the previews edition with the Jawas. So they've got exciting Star Wars: The High Republic exclusive fiction continuing in this. I had pre-ordered, I think, 200 and 201 because we had so we had a peach cover on and like a crazy like graffiti looking Boba Fett cover or Mandalorian cover. So I pre-ordered those, and I'll get both of them when we have when those come out. It looks like we got some Topps cards also. Those are interesting for you guys.
PSA tendencies.
Topps Star Wars Battle Plans box. It's like
that's all VK, man. That's all VK.
Yeah, some signatures here. Look at this. Hey, look, you get the base parallels, inserts. So that's pretty cool. It's got all the notes on it. Autographs, sketch cards, dual autographs.
Yeah.
Awesome. And then I think there was a soccer one, which not my thing, but really like soccer. There you go.
It's the most popular sport technically in the world, but in America it's not. Doesn't catch on.
Yeah. So just as as a reminder for you guys, if you aren't happy with your LCS, you're looking to switch LCSs, you can reach out to Aegis Comics of Alaska on Instagram, or Lou, if you want to drop your guys' email address in the chat, let the chat know how else they can reach you. And all you really have to tell them is say, hey, I want to set up a pool box with you. Here's my email. They put it into their system. You get an email from Previews, and you fill out the rest of your information there. With this, remember, you have to be responsible about it. Do not just click order on everything. And then when the bill comes due and you say, I can't buy that, that's going to hurt Aegis and hurt, any shop that you do that to. So always order responsibly. It's easy to just hit order and not, be like, don't have to worry about that right now. And then when the payday comes to pay them, then you'll be regretting it. But order responsibly. But this is an easy way to get your orders in with a shop. If you don't like your shop and you want to get a different shop, they ship very quickly. The 3 days or less usually the books arrived. I want to say it was Tuesday they sent out the Berserker foil covers, and I got it, or maybe it was Tuesday or Wednesday they sent them out, and I got them yesterday, Friday, somewhere around there. So great shipping all the way from Alaska, keep in mind, and it got here to Louisiana pretty quickly.
There are people who ship in my state of Texas, and I don't get it as quick. As I stated at the beginning of the video, towards the beginning of the video, my shop is like a 10-minute drive from here, and they kept screwing up my pull list. And I saw Aegis on the 3 Men in the Basement video they had live a few months back, and I just liked their vibe that they had. And then Sean Miller and a few people kept telling me how good their service was, and I switched over. And it's easy to calculate what books are coming out and around how much the books are going to be. And I don't necessarily mean you have to do this yourself, Sparks, but if you click on the My Pull box at the top right, it gives you a calendar. So whatever you have, it'll show you, you know, hey, you have these books coming to you on this day, and it's calendared. So you can see, you know, like it says, like, you do not have any pre-orders releasing this week. So it's easy for you to know. So you can keep up with how much you owe and, you know, what's going on, you know? So like Sparks said, please do not, you know, go happy and order. I have that Pulp Fiction cover ordered from Aegis too. Oh man, I can't wait for it. I'm a huge Tarantino fan, and especially Pulp Fiction. So yeah, guys, if you'd like to support Aegis Comics of Alaska, by all means do so, but just make sure that you know, when you get that invoice, that you pay it as soon as you possibly can. They're good people. They're small business owners. They're just trying to do their thing. I am literally paying shipping fees and waiting days after because I trust them that much. So go for it.
Absolutely. So literally messaging them, getting them your email address. It's all it takes to set this up. And then, like we were seeing, you know, you could go in to just go into the catalog and find things that you coming up that you want to add to your subscriptions, right? And you can do that, or you can do it before the FOC date, like we're talking about now. You could pull it up while we're doing the FOC, right? And you're like, oh man, that sounds interesting. That's something that I can afford to buy. That's something I want to buy. Order. Shout out to Hip Hops and Me for joining us. What's going on, man? Shout out show going on over on Just a Rican and his comics right now. So be sure to head over there once we wrap up. We're almost done. But let me go back to but yeah, so you have the option to hit order or subscribe. If you just want a single issue, order. If you want to get the whole series going, hit subscribe. Then let me close out of that. Let's go to here. I do want to shout Lou out for doing something for me here. Let's see if I can do this right. All right. Ready for this?
Nice.
There we go, Lou. I got it working. Awesome. So if you aren't subscribed, hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, you know, on this video. When the live ends, if you're watching this on the rewind, drop a comment. Let me know what you're doing for your final order cutoff pickups, right? And we'll talk in the chat there. You're doing and we got Lou with us with his crazy background. Final order echo pickups, right?
Hold on.
How are we doing? I do not hear an echo anymore.
Oh, that's because that's proof that I'm actually watching you guys. I was watching on the phone.
That's awesome. I do that all the time if I'm like hopping on something like randomly. I'm just like watching. It's like, oh crap! Oh, we got echo.
No, I'm holy crap! Like the green screen. If it catches my bald head the right way, there's so much I can probably do there. But
you're disappearing into the void.
Holy cow! Yeah, it's proof that my head is empty. Amy was right.
Oh man, do you have anything
to add? Talk about that? Just to expect that we're thinking Marvel Comics is going to go up in price here.
Yeah, we were talking about that earlier when we started the Marvel section. We're like, that's probably got to go up.
That's 100% going to happen.
What increase are we talking here?
I bet you it's going to be $1. I bet you. Because they're switching to a new publisher, and the new publisher might just want to, I mean, in a positive, I'm hoping they'll switch to different paper because that'll mitigate their damage. Because right now, have you seen the paper that they use for their covers versus every other publisher? I mean, when you've got Scout Comics, no disrespect to them, they're a great comic company, but they're not Marvel, but yet their books are higher quality. The stock that they use on their covers is higher quality than one of the biggest comic book companies in the world. So I mean, that should tell you everything you need to know.
Yeah, it's insane how Marvel, which is the highest production, like whatever, they get the highest sales, right? They have the lowest quality paper.
Yeah. Well, DC did the same thing. DC well, here's the other thing too. You want competition, right? But you don't want it where one publisher goes to just one distributor.
Right.
Because then the shipping becomes astronomical for everybody because they're not sharing that cost among all the publishers. It's just one publisher. Like, look at Lunar. The best news that happened was that Scout went over to them. Had Scout not gone over to them, I don't know how sustainable that would have been for them to just pump out one publisher that's only doing one. Oh, man, that cover's awesome.
Yeah, it's sick.
Yeah. Said Pool was asking what variant that was. That's for Eros Psych number 2. It's the cover by Sabine Rich. Yeah.
Holy cow.
Yeah, no, I agree with what you're saying there. Like, Lunar was taking a risk starting things with DC, right? And so now they've got someone else coming over that's going to help them keep going.
Yeah, you want competition, but you don't want 100 distributors. You want, maybe 2 or 3 max. And that's the other thing too, to just expect. Penguin has the same reputation as Diamond for shipping. That bad reputation. So just a heads up on that. No.
But maybe we'll get better paper quality and it won't. It'll be,
You just need to use this thing called bubble wrap. It's this modern technology. It's like space age to comic book distributors.
I don't know if I have a favorite Tarantino movie. You guys?
Jackie Brown is good.
Jackie Brown is
very underrated. It's not my favorite, but yeah, I mean, what's better than Pulp Fiction? I mean, it's so good.
Oh god.
Yeah, and then we had that. Where was it? This one, right? It was giving you the Pulp Fiction vibes, right?
Oh, I love that one, man. This is all your fault too. God, I would have never bought that book. And this book has some of the. This is what I'm talking about. Xenoscope, man, they kill it, man. Their regular covers are as good as other publishers' variants.
Yeah.
Look at this. This is a cover B. Correct me if I'm wrong. This isn't even a ratio variant.
It's a cover B. Yeah.
Yeah. This would have been like a retailer exclusive variant that you'd be paying $19.99 for.
Yeah. So I mean, this is what they do with these is it's pretty crazy. I don't think they even do a ratio. They don't. So that's awesome. Yeah.
Yeah, Xenoscope got that 90s feel, but they kill it, man. I haven't seen a bad cover from them. Grim Fairy Tales, all those. I think one of their primary artists is John Royal, who kills it too from the UK. So.
Yeah, and so that's what's cool. You can kind of look back in your pool box at what you have coming up, and then what series maybe you have on pool that are coming up, right? And so I could still on these go in and say, no, I don't want to get this one anymore. They're far enough in advance that that's not going to affect the shop's ordering. But if it was like issue 2 of these, now we're at the point where you probably already put in some orders. It's not on final order yet, but it's in that kind of in between area.
And that's where if there's something that you can't live without, that's where you got to message us quick so that we can try to adjust the order from our end. Sometimes we get lucky, so.
I'm tempted to actually just throw that cover B for this on here. I know it's past the cutoff, but I know you ordered some.
Dude, you'd be dumb not to, man. That's a fire cover, man.
I'm getting you to buy more books. You're getting me to buy more books.
Bro, I knew nothing about this book, and I'm already a fan. I hope it doesn't disappoint when we open it up.
I know. I mean, this was Perpetual Comics, or a guy across the pond that picked this book. So
keep my fingers crossed.
Josh Burns on this cover.
Yeah, because if you look at what was it? Cover 3 is fire too, man.
I think it's it might have been 2 was the one you were looking at.
Oh yeah.
And I'm sorry.
Here. Oh, go ahead.
No, sorry. So you were mentioning about clicking away, man. That is how it's that easy. You go on the website and you're like, I want this, this, and that. And I think the most important thing to do to be able to avoid not being able to afford it is, like I said, if you go to that view on the My Pull box, it'll show you like on this day what you have in your pull is going to be coming out. So if you have like 100 books on that one date, you might want to make adjustments, because you probably can't afford to get them all. And you do not want to put Aegis or any other LCS in a predicament where, it's just sitting there in the box, their business. They, we all share this hobby, but you got to make sure that, you do your part, because they do their part to get your books out to you as soon as possible. And like I said earlier, if Aegis ever has an issue, they own up to it and they make it good. There's some LCSs like mine. I kept saying like, hey, I took this off my pull list a month ago and it's still there. Or this has been on my pull list. This is like the 8th issue and I don't have it. So what's going on? And they didn't own up to it. And that's one of the reasons why I left to go to Aegis. So yeah, just make sure you help them out, because it's the least you can do for them,
Yeah. And here's the other thing, man. Here's the other thing I was going to show you here. Like, so I just clicked this, right? So it's in the unconfirmed, right? So now the shop has to confirm that they can get that book for you. So it's not a guarantee if it's past the FOC, or even like this one's before the FOC. So that would be probably pretty much guaranteed. But then they have to confirm when they go in and finalize orders that is something that will happen. And so these issues up here are confirmed. And so if you're looking at this, you only have a couple issues here. It's like, okay, but if this page is just like confirmed all the way down, you might want to watch when those are coming out, when you're going to have to pay for them, and so that you're not putting the shop at risk.
Yeah, so it's still in stock. So so you should see an alert here. I've never watched it live, so let's see what happens.
So I don't know if
when I do this.
I wonder if it pops up on here. I know I get an email that says that it's confirmed.
Yeah, I'm wondering if it'll change the status so that people can see that.
Probably
you may have to refresh, but let me
go back here. Yep, confirmed. And so nothing's in the unconfirmed. So that's what happens on this side of things. So we can show you. We have to show you both right now. I wonder, what is the wish list really useful for? I always see that option. Like,
I think that's for your use. Like it kind of like that's kind of like what Johnny's telling people too. I think this is the wish list. Kind of gives you an idea of what you're thinking about ordering, and then you can make that final decision.
Yeah, I would use that for like, okay, so you and Caroline put up a lot of books and you describe a bunch of books. And obviously, like I said, like you can only get so many. So say I hear like, oh, hey, I'll put it on my wish list. And it's kind of like, I'll think about it. That way, before I pull the trigger, I can go, okay, oh, now, Hip Hop and me just said something good about it. And then Lou just said, all right, let me pull the trigger now. Let me take it out of the wish list and at least give issue 1 a shot.
So that's what I would probably, as we go through FOC and you're like, all right, I think I want this one, hit the wish list button. Then you can review your wish list and decide which ones you're going to order.
We need to get Johnny to 10,000 followers, man. His wisdom. He would pull so many shops out of bankruptcy right now if the customers would listen to what he's saying right now.
FYI, I do not. FYI, contrary to the parody, I do not wake up that way. Though that was hilarious. It's so funny. I kept getting messages like, "Don't unsubscribe. Don't pull your pull box, please. Don't take the books out of your pull box." Like, it was great. I love those parodies, man. They're great. They're great.
Oh, thank God.
Awesome. Oh, and by the way, I wasn't just typing, I spit my beer out. I actually spit my beer out. It was great. I loved it.
That was the reaction we wanted, man. We were. It was very. We took our time with that one. That was funny.
I swear, like in doing the videos and then y'all watching the videos back, like you hit it on the head, right? Isn't like I'm like, what's up, Dream of August Comics, and then Jay's like, when I think Kevin, right? Is his name? Kevin?
Yeah.
Kevin was like, man, like I never go past the 2. You're at an 11. That was the best.
Kind of get that lean back, right?
Yeah, he's like always like
hands like this.
Dude,
That's
it
great.
was
Yeah, it was good.
crazy. Yeah, because we wanted to film the way you guys would film, so I literally had him around the corner by where the presses are, and that's how we filmed it. So when I ran out, I was actually running towards him. We have a blooper reel where everything, because I ad-libbed that part, and yeah, we wrecked the shop.
And then when
I was chasing them around the shop, and we were like,
when
okay,
you raged out at the end, that was great. When you raged out,
that's awesome.
Well, Comic Lou will do that to you, man. He'll just get you raging, man.
That never gets old, man.
Thanks for this, Lou.
Oh man,
I got it.
Hey, I'm hooking up the whole community with those, man. You want one, Johnny? I got you.
Dude, I got a master. I have to take a Sparks class on OBS first. I have to master that first.
That's what I'm using right now, OBS, and I got this idea from Sparks actually. So
nice.
You shouldn't give me tools like this because then you end up with
Doomsday Clock.
or Tinkerbell. Apparently,
you gotta have Comic Lou just wail. You have to have like the wailing, flailing, and inflatable tube man behind you the whole time.
Have him running down the hallway. That video.
Oh god, yeah, dude, there was so much. Yeah, I'm still recovering from last night. There's stuff that you put in the background for spine ticks that you would never put on any other show.
Dude, I feel like for preparation of event, I don't know if y'all are gonna get the reference, but there's Tough Mudder and then there's spine ticks. Like I'm still recovering from the first time I was on spine ticks, and I might be on next week potentially. So I gotta do the Rocky running up the steps, preparing for it.
Bro,
it's
your whole goal is not to become a clip, but if you're gonna become a clip, go big. Because I embraced that. What's that one line from the Jack Ryan movie? It was never try to defuse a bomb that's already gone off. So just go all in, because you're probably gonna end up being a clip, so you might as well make it a good one.
Oh man, yeah, I'm sure. I don't know how many times they tried to contact me while my camera was off, but
oh god, dude, they were saying that you got abducted.
I was legitimately just asleep.
Can I request a Comic Lou kidnapping Sparks during a Spine Ticks episode parody?
Oh, 100%. Okay. 100%.
Did you really fall asleep though? Did you? I missed that. I was out. Yeah.
Have you watched?
I mean, I haven't watched what happened in the meantime, but when I was aware of what was going on, I looked back and I'm like, all right, well, my camera was off that whole time. Thank God. Because that would have been a clip.
Oh god.
But yeah, I look back and I'm like, I remember Israel's Tiger starting, and that's all I remember. He started his professor segment, and I think I was getting tired then. I was just like, let me just turn off the camera. I'm just gonna sit here. I'm gonna close my eyes for a second.
Yeah.
And it was more than a second.
Thank God you don't snore then, because I'll tell you, I've watched some of the. Well, I've watched some Spine Ticks episodes where you see dudes actually passed out asleep on their couches or wherever they're at filming. I've literally seen that. Mm-hmm. Yeah, and it's usually around the 4 o'clock, 5 o'clock in the morning East Coast time, guys, that they're just done.
So I would love, I don't know if this is the appropriate time, but I would love to get an idea on what does the board meeting look like to come up with these parodies? Like, do y'all just kind of...
Oh, we're saving that for your show, man.
Okay,
we're saving that for that. Yeah. And we'll, I'll see if we can do it where we can actually show you a little bit of what we do, because that's actually pretty funny. But almost all of it is on the fly. We come up with an idea. Typically, we'll start talking ideas Monday, and then we execute by no later than Thursday.
Nice.
So, yeah. And we almost all the extras that you're seeing on the skits are all customers that just come by the shop and they see the show and they're like, "Yo, can I be a part of that?" Yeah, come on.
Man.
Wait, did Cobby say he was going to call Child Protective Services? I think that's the wrong department there, Cobby.
Oh man, no. Lewis said he's almost at that point too. I need to just drink some coffee beforehand or something.
You need to. I think he needs to get a hold of his cousin to sell him some product to keep him awake.
Oh, yeah.
When you sprinkled the crack on it, that was like
shady raccoon guy.
Shady raccoon.
Yeah. Gentlemen, I gotta get going. I want to thank
Yeah.
Sparks for having me on. We're going over 2 hours now. I just wanted to thank you for having me on.
Everyone be sure to hit up Dream of August Comics, subscribe to them. Their links down below.
Yeah, appreciate it. We've decided, as I posted on Instagram, we've decided that for milestones from now on, we're gonna give to charity. We might still give away books, but we wanted to give to charity. It all started with the Polly Strong thing that Pressable Defects shared, on their one live stream. It really hit me. Like I was like sitting there almost crying. I've got kiddos myself, so yeah.
Awesome.
The major milestones we're going to go ahead and give away to charity. Now, I do have books from Sparks, and I still have books from Aegis as well, and a few other places that y'all kind of donated them to me to do giveaways. So we'll still give those out, but then after that, once those are done, we're going to keep going. Once we reach 200, we are going to give. Actually, this is what we decided to do. So when you do a giveaway, you ask a question, and then a random person will win something. Instead, what we want to do is we want to do a raffle, and the winner of the raffle will get to decide, and they get to choose their charity of their choice in the community. That's what we're going to do instead. So It's going to be fun. But the first one will be Polly Strong. So once we hit 200, we'll do that, and we'll give away some books that Aegis and other people have done. But so if you don't mind, Sparks, I'm going to share this week's content if you don't mind. That's cool.
Sure. Yeah.
Yeah. So tomorrow,
for a second, I was looking for like a shared screen or something.
All good. All good. So tomorrow at 8 a.m. we have the artist spotlight of Ramon Perez. He's the illustrator of Stillwater. Then Wednesday we have the Luna issue 2 review with Caroline Comics, and then Caroline Comics Week on Dream of August Comics continues. We have her comic hobby origin story on Friday for Caroline. So that's what we got going on this week. We already actually have the next 3 weeks worth of content recorded and edited and ready to go. So
nice.
We're kind of trying to keep,
better than me.
the reason why we're doing
he just shit on the whole game right now. Like we are scrubs, man. I'm so ashamed listening to you right
when
now.
I do my review videos, I'm recording it and dropping it within a day.
that probably won't be the normal thing, honestly, Lou. It's just we want to get the content in the can. That way I can edit it whenever. I try to actually do it to take pressure off me and Jay.
Right.
I don't want there to be.
That's the way to do it. Because
then
if you need a week off, you don't have to do anything, right? You're just your video ready.
We're still recording though. So we're gonna interview Trish Forstner, like I said, from Stray Dogs. She's the illustrator of Stray Dogs. We're doing that tomorrow. That'll be up April 12th. We're still doing Everybody's Hobby Origin. We're already recording. We're about to start recording people's May origin stories already. So we're trying to keep up with it. At least we want it to at least be recorded. That way I can edit whenever. I can edit whenever and just put it up. And so yeah, that's what we got going on. We're gonna probably do a live stream soon. Tentatively next Saturday or Sunday, but we'll put that on IG then, the definitive.
My God, Amy, I got to make sure Amy gets blocked from this portion of the video because she's been wanting me to do that forever to organize, and I just fight back. I'm like, nah, man, we keep it G here. We're supposed to be disorganized. We're for them streets, and she's like, you're an idiot. You're an idiot.
Well, I mean, you guys mostly, not all, but mostly do live shows.
Yeah, and we've tried to do organized shows, and they just I don't have the skill set that Johnny and them. There's certain people that are really good at that, and I'm not one of them. I screw it up every time, man. Every time. I think we're trying to do we want to be the first comic book shop that does kind of like its own Saturday night live show every Saturday.
Yeah.
Politics free, just keep it fun and keep
Yeah.
people distracted from the craziness of the world, man.
That
That's all we
intro
do.
is hype though. Every time you come on a live stream, every time you come on a live like you just did now, you gotta have that hip hop going like that.
Yeah.
Why you have the countdown and
that
everything?
countdown, I'm
Yeah.
always like, I'm sitting here like dancing around too.
We wait until you see when we hit 1,000. We're gonna do pressable defects, and we already have a couple of people. This is the only thing I've pre-planned. Amy's really pissed at me for what I plan on doing, but I'm not gonna leak. But we're gonna do our version of the pressable defects super chat. But it's either gonna be awesome or it's gonna get us kicked off.
Oh man.
Oh no.
It's gonna be, you know what it's gonna be? I'm gonna give a spoiler, Lou. It's gonna be Kevin in the Aegis leggings.
No, we got along those lines. We got somebody worse than that. It's gonna be off the chain. You guys are gonna be like, "What the hell?" Y'all are gonna be doing super chats just out of
Oh man, I want to see y'all get to 1,000 now, man.
Yeah, you guys are last day like 555, right?
Yeah.
I think it was climbing, but But yeah, I mean, so speaking of, we've got the giveaway going on Instagram.
Nice.
So the follow Sparks Comics and Aegis Comics of Alaska on Instagram. Subscribe to both YouTube channels, and just tag 3 people in the comments, and you're entered to win both of these 1 in 25 Berserker #1 covers. And we'll do that drawing once I hit 500 subs on YouTube. So thank you, Lou, for offering this. I think I wasn't even going to do any like road to anything, and you said that, and I was like, let's do it. Let's get that. And since you're offering to give these out, I was like, I'm not just going to make this subscribe to me and support my channel. We got to support the people bringing that giveaway to us. So
Thank you.
Now, correct me if I'm wrong. I believe you stated on that thread that you get an extra entry if you repost it and then tag you in it as well, right?
Yes. So extra entry. So far, this guy right here is the only one that's done that. So he has 2 entries. Everyone else that's done it has 1 entry. He's trying to get those covers. So be sure to share it with your friends. Tag some people that might not be following me or Aegis in the comments. Get them to subscribe, and we'll keep the channels moving. Far as content I've got coming up, I'm going to drop a list of this on Instagram because it's wild what we got coming up. We got a lot of interviews, and Caroline's going to be helping with all of these. April 1st, 7 p.m. Tony Fleeks and Trish Forstner from Stray Dogs are going to be on live. So that'll be awesome. We'll do a live interview with them. Following that, April 6th at 7 p.m. Eastern, we've got Ross Ritchie coming on. And then the next day, Magic's coming out from Boom Studios. So we're going to probably talk a lot about that comic. That Thursday, April 8th, David Pepose, the writer of Scout's Honor, is going to be on.
Love that series.
Cool. That's going to be at 9 p.m. Eastern time, which I think unfortunately overlaps Team Nerd Herd, but I was trying to work with the times that he could do.
Yeah.
And then April 15th, Damian Connolly, the writer of You Promised Me Darkness, is going to be on.
Nice. Congratulations. Those are great. Those are great guys.
Live from Argentina.
Oh, damn.
Yeah. So that's going to be really cool. In May, Andy, if Andy's still here, he's going to be hopping on the Spine Ticks May 15th. So believe that might be the Saturday before Osaka Mime hits shops. So we're going to talk up Osaka Mime on the show.
Nice.
So lots going on, which is this all just happened in like the last week and a half. That
awesome.
Got confirmed. I'm just like, keep like, what? This is happening on my channel?
Yes, great, man. You deserve it, man.
Awesome,
you work really hard, man. I love your content. You put it out, and one of the reasons why I wanted to be on the FOC this week was because, like I told you, man, when I came into this hobby, I didn't know what FOC was. You're the one who told me what it was, and you're always willing to have people on and share it. And I love when Lou comes on because you just give that, that shop owner perspective that a lot of people don't have. And yeah, I love it.
Yeah. Thanks, Johnny. And I appreciate Lou when he's on here bringing that perspective, because that's
my just over broke perspective. No, just kidding.
No, I mean, it's good because, like, I look at it from one perspective of the person ordering, right? But you guys are thinking from the whole other side of everything, and what's happening with those issues and how you guys are going to put in the orders to not over order for your shop and not under order.
Yeah, I can only imagine what y'all go through, whether it be like, you've discussed getting shipments in from Diamond or other places, and you're like, oh, it's all screwed up and they don't ship it, properly, or people not, this guy didn't pay again and he ordered like 1 million books, or the people that do pay right away. I know that y'all go through a lot, so it's cool to see the other side of it.
This is why shop owners age, I guess. I'm only 19 years old. So
perfect. I love it.
You guys have me jealous with all the guests, man. We can't get any guests on our show. They look at our show, they're like, nah, no, we can't do that.
Man, I bet you Andy will come on.
Andy would, Andy probably would.
Yeah, hit him up.
But man, thank you guys so much for all the support. Appreciate it. We're here because of you guys. We really are.
And
you
we're
didn't
all here
even
because the people in the chat, the community.
Yeah, definitely. And the thing is I find it funny. I don't know if you feel the same, Lou. Like, people compliment me all the time about how nice I am, and it's like, it's not to diminish who I am or how I am, but it's like, am I that nice, or are people that crappy to each other that it just looks like in comparison? You know what I mean? It's like, I feel like you're just being a decent, honest, hardworking businessman, right? You probably don't feel like you're doing anything out of the ordinary, right? Like, you're just being honest and being a good person. But there's just so many shady business people out there that it's like, when you see a good person who owns up to their mistakes or their problems or whatever it is, and they do good things, man, it just blows you away. You guys are doing great things, man. I got nothing bad to say about y'all. Y'all are great.
Well, I appreciate that. Yeah.
As if
once again, you countered your point, because this is why you're such a nice guy.
Well, I was actually gonna say, as if to prove your point in that video yesterday. I love you, and I love you, and I love everybody. I gotta go, guys.
Take care, Johnny.
See you, Johnny.
Right.
Take care. Well, I guess we'll close it out. Any last thoughts, Lou?
Nah, man. Make sure, for you guys watching, make sure that you're subbing up and you're sharing this with people. This educates the community. There are books. This isn't a money grab. That this legit books that I would have missed out on if it wasn't for this show and for your content, Spark. So yeah.
Thanks. Yeah, I mean, that's all I try to do with this, is tell people what's happening, because like I said, I go through some and I'm like, well, I'm not reading this, but this is what I've heard from other people in the community, or this is what's happening based off of, the description. Right. And so I just try to spread the word of what's out there. Obviously, if I like something, I'm going to say, I'm reading this, I love it. And I might get more people on that. But at the same time, I'm not trying to push one book or another. It's just what's there.
Man, you need to try to get John Royal on. But I mean, he's in the UK, but try to get John Royal on. That dude, oh, man, fire. He'll come onto your show. You're serious.
Have you guys reached out to him?
We reach out to him, but we're always joking. So he'll never, if I invite him onto the show, he'll think I'm joking, I think.
Oh, man.
Like, I'll be like, no, seriously. He'll be like, no, I'm not going to get roasted by you. I'm not going to be a parody.
Nah. I mean, that's what, I mean, we're, like with Spine Ticks, we're mostly like, we're doing fun stuff, right? We have some serious segments now, more so than we used to. But we're trying to start bring people on. We had that impromptu from Lewis Southard the other day. Awesome. We're going to have Andy Levy come on there, because I think he's going to enjoy hanging out and the environment on there. And so we're seeing what we can do with that. We want the creators that are going to have fun and enjoy that environment to come on versus
Before my last day on this earth, I want to see Todd McFarlane on Spine Ticks and Rob Liefeld. Those are the two I would love to see on Spine Ticks around, like during that fourth.
Oh God, they would never.
That
They would
fourth
never do
act.
it. They wouldn't. If they watch any of the episodes, they've probably seen somebody say something. Well, Liefeld's probably seen somebody say something bad about feet.
Oh man, he's got to be used to that by now. I mean, we're talking.
Yeah.
I mean, how many years has it been? Over 20 years?
How is he not perfected drawing feet by now? Like,
I don't know, man. But he could still crush us with his wallet. So I'm gonna give him credit.
That's
and
fair.
he just did that. He did that 30th anniversary with Marvel. That
all those Deadpool covers.
Yeah, those Deadpool covers. So that was pretty dope.
Yeah. Well, awesome. Let's wrap it up here. We did longer than normal today, but thank you for coming on. Thanks to Johnny for coming on and talking about what's coming out this not coming out this week, but on the final order for this week. So we'll end it here with everyone's favorite clip, right?
Woody.